city. 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know you know I don't want to know I don't want no more no more I don't want to know Gotta get up now Gotta get up now I don't have to know Gotta get up now Get up, yeah Everybody says 너의 꿈을 찾아 Right here, right now Yeah, yeah, yeah 더디 찾으면 안 되는 걸까 왜 그런 거야 I'm okay just the way I am I'm okay with what I do 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이 끝이 없는 조언들 너만한 necessity 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know you know I don't want to know I don't want no more no more I don't want to know Gotta get up now Gotta get up now I don't have to know Gotta get up now Get up, yeah I'm okay Just the way I am You know you know I'm okay Just the way I am You know you know Here we go, I put this miserable song on repeat Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't You just don't You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously What's there to repair if you don't wanna talk to me? You should know your time is up, I'm out, I'm done So I put you on a lifetime sentence And you'll no longer feel my presence So you thought I would let this slip Thought you knew me so much better You're on a lifetime sentence So now you never feel my presence So you thought I would let this slip Thought you knew me so much better So you thought I would let this slip Thought you knew me so much better Yeah, yeah So you thought I would let this slip No, that's right Your words don't mean a thing to me Sleepless night Your love has left us incomplete Thinking that your promises will fit so loud No, that's right So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence And you'll no longer feel my presence So you thought I would let this slip Thought you knew me so much better You're on a lifetime sentence So now you never feel my presence So you thought I would let this slip Thought you knew me so much better Cause I don't
7 minutes past 7, it is the time, and it's time to give you that daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by that energetic start to your day. Once again, welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Vooka Breakfast Show. I hope that you guys are ready for this beautiful morning, because it's not just any morning, but it is a Tuesday morning right here, whereby a lot is lined up for you, because there is so much that is going to be given in the show. As it is Tuesday, you need to ask one question that you always ask: what do you choose and who do you choose on this beautiful morning? And don't forget, for you to connect with us across all social media platforms, the platform to do that, the hashtag to do that, that's hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and the number to do that, that's 0604933226. That's 0604933226. And right now we are live on YouTube. All you need to do is to press the subscription button and the notification button, so that whenever we go live, you will be notified that your favorite breakfast show, it is live, and we can't get ready to, of course, connect with you. With that being said, you know that you always kickstart your day with what you call picture of the day, so that you can go and experience and explore what these destinations have to offer. Today we are taking it on a lighter note. We are right here in the province. We are highlighting Sandton City, which is Africa's most iconic shopping destinations, blending luxury, convenience, and urban flair in the heart of Johannesburg's Sandton district. Home to over 378 stores and 31 restaurants, Sandton City offers everything from high-end designer boutiques to popular retail chains, gourmet dining and entertainment options, all under one roof. Its sleek architecture and central location make it a magnet for locals, tourists, and business travelers alike. With direct access to Gautrain and nearby hotels, whether you are shopping, fashion, tech, or indulging in fine cuisines, Sandton City delivers a world-class experience wrapped in style and sophistication. So that is your picture of the day, which is a Sandton City. If you have been to Sandton City, you can of course share that experience with us by hopping on in our comment section right there on YouTube, and let us know, what did you do and what did you do and what did you go to do there for, right? With that being said, that's all for your picture of the day. Moving on to the guests that we're going to have today, and the guests that we're going to connect with. Today we're going to be joined by Molalo Maenganya, a founder of Mano Media, an entrepreneur and a media specialist. Molalo is a visionary entrepreneur and media specialist committed to transforming creativity into thriving business ventures. As the founder of Mano Media, a Johannesburg-based creative agency, he leads the production of impactful films, live streams, and brand campaigns that resonate across South Africa's cultural landscape. And yes, he is going to be here with us. Can't wait to connect with him, because he turns creativity into a thriving business. So I hope that you're ready for that conversation. With that being said, that is so much that is lined up for today's day. So right now what we're going to do is to take a short break, and then when we come back with your latest news, sports headlines, and your traffic headlines to keep you safe on those roads.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Soweto Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Soweto Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Alright, let us keep you updated with your latest news headline. Starting off with your first headline, Cape Town taxis resume after 30-day violence shutdown. Taxi resumed between Khayelitsha and Somerset West after 30-day suspension due to violence. Kata and Kodeta feud prompted closure. Stability is restored and law enforcement remain active. On your second headline, SADTU slams provinces for sidelining maths science subject. SADTU wants provinces are sidelining outlining key subjects like maths and science to boost matric pass rates. Ahead of exams, the union urges focus on critical subjects that open educational and career opportunities. Umalusi confirms a tighter exam security. On your next headline, Mchunu urged Nkabinde to record Mkwanazi's angry call. Says Mchunu told Parliament he advised his chief of staff to record conversation with KZN Police Commissioner Mkwanazi, citing threats and anger over disbanding of the political killing task team. Mchunu defended the directive, submitted an audio recording, and said President Ramaphosa supported the decision. His testimony continues today. Now, on your heading over to your sports news, starting over with your rugby news, Portland surprises as Rassie makes some big calls. Zachary Porthen ends a surprise Springbok call up for the Castle Lager outgoing tour, signaling future potential. Johan Grobler return as one of two hookers, with Herald Steenkamp rejoins the front row. World Cup winners Bongi Mbonambi, Vincent Kosha and Fafa de Klerk and Makazole Mambimpi are absent, with some on standby. Damian Williams is the only fullback, backed by Sacha Feinberg, Mgomezulu and versatile wingers Ben Jason, Dixon and Jean Kleiner return from injury. Will Leroux is not selected but remains on standby. The squad blends experience with emerging talent for the 5-match tour. On your Soweto Marathon news, African Bank confirms that the Soweto Marathon prize money. African Bank reaffirmed its support for the Soweto Marathon set for the 29th of November at Nasrec. Despite ongoing disputes over hosting rights, celebrating its 50th anniversary, the bank ensures all race expenses and the 250,000 prize money are covered. CMO Sbusiso Kumalo emphasized their commitment to runners and the community, aiming to grow the prize pursuit to 1 million rand in future. The bank sponsorship includes race logistics and water points, with plans to renew its contract next year. Heading over to your football news, stalled contract negotiations cast doubt on Desiree Ali's availability for the WAFCON qualifiers. Despite SAFA's NEC approving a new 4-year deal, coach Desiree Ellis has yet to sign her contract due to unresolved terms. Ellis has been on a month-to-month agreement since July 2024, and SAFA CEO Lydia Munyepao admitted the delay puts pressure on preparation for upcoming WAFCON qualifiers. Banyana Banyana began on the 18th of October 2025 ahead of their first leg in Kinshasa on the 22nd of October, with the return match on the 28th of October at FNB Stadium. The winner qualifier for AFCON 2025 in Morocco, where semi-finalists will earn direct spots at the 2026 Women's World Cup in Brazil. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. And then now let us keep you safe on your roads with your latest traffic update. Of course, on this Tuesday morning, let us take a quick look at what is happening on the roads. So on this morning on the N1 northbound at Linwood Road, there's a road work in progress. The shoulder lane is closed, so please drive with caution through that stretch. On the N4 westbound, just past Watermere Street, there's been a crash. The right lane is closed. Expect delays and keep it safe. Good news on the N1 northbound before Deep Kloof interchange. The earlier crash has now been cleared. Traffic should be flowing better in that area. And on the N1 northbound after the 14th Avenue, there is a stationary vehicle blocking the left lane. So please approach carefully and stay alert. We'll keep you updated as things change. If you are out there and spot anything, drop us a message in the stream right now using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Now, let us get you that daily dose of positivity. I hope that you guys are ready to engage with us, because it is a Tuesday morning and we are kickstarting this beautiful day on a very high energetic note. So please do make sure you don't switch the dials.
Hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest night. Can't you see? stayed up till the morning, talking till the first light of dawn. Just like that, without no warning, it hit me so hard. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl, I didn't mean to. I done messed it up again. Yeah, I'm sorry if I crossed the line. What am I supposed to do right now? Baby, I'm falling for you. What I would do for you to love me too. No, I can't hide it no more. What I would do for you to love me too. I try to tell what you were thinking, what you might feel for me. And I know that we've been out drinking, so maybe this ain't for real. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl, I didn't mean to. I done messed it up again. Yeah, I'm sorry if I crossed the line. What am I supposed to do right now?
How? Tommy, you still cooking with cha, salt, and prayers. Yo. But don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapelepele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza.
No, I can't hide it no more. What I would do for you to love me too. Baby, I'm falling for you. What I would do for you to love me too. No, I can't hide it no more. What I would do for you to love me too. We stayed up till the morning, talking till the first light of dawn. Just like that, without no warning, it hit me so hard. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl, I didn't mean to. I didn't
Listening to the great sounds of Victor Landberg, What I Would Do. It is a great way to start off with this great Tuesday morning. Good morning. Hi, how are you doing? I'm so happy, man. I'm all smiles this Tuesday morning because, of course, the reason behind that is I'm in your presence. I'm in your company, and that just brings about so much excitement. This is what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, bringing you all great vibes every weekday morning between the hours of 7 and 10, taking such good care of you Monday to Friday, right here where radio meets TV, only and exclusively on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. And you know that always, all the time, you always hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE, Mr. My name is Musi, Mr. And like I just said, man, I couldn't be happier and excited, man, to be with you on this lovely Tuesday morning on the 21st of October, 2025. And of course, that also marks that we're less than 2 months away, or less than 3 months.
Yeah.
In less than 3 months, I almost say 2 months. But what? It's 2 months, 2 weeks.
2 months,
basically, you know. And you know that you're hanging out with us right here. And how you and I can get in contact with each other is by you using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It doesn't end there. It continues on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done, man, so that you and I and Mo and Mr. B and of course the rest of the Vooka Nation and the Vooka team can share our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. You know that I'm not alone. I could never be alone. Hanging out with the best of the best, the son of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Mr. Mo. How's it going, my brother?
Yo, Moose, bro.
Hey, yo, Moose.
man.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, it's
Talk to
not
me.
just any Tuesday morning, man.
Yes,
it's
sir.
a very good Tuesday morning.
The
because
reason?
I have to tell you that now I'm starting to understand that for us, it's no longer Monday, Tuesday. For us, it's just to remind people out there, Jorge, wherever you are, it's a Tuesday morning.
Yes,
because
sir.
you wake up with a lot.
Yes, sir.
For us, Tuesday, it's the same as Saturday, as Sunday. It's the days that we just need to come and show up.
Yes, sir.
So that's how I'm feeling, man, on this beautiful Tuesday morning, man, because good music and good vibes is all what we have.
Definitely.
Because they kickstart your day on a very high energetic
Definitely,
note.
Mr. Mo.
And that's what I am looking forward to. But with that being said, man, I'm happy to be here. Always happy to be here,
Of
man.
course.
With our Vooka Nation, of course, man.
Of
Giving
course.
them all of that best dose of what they need to kickstart their day, man. So I am looking forward and I am feeling good. I hope wherever you are listening and watching from, man, you are also feeling good and looking forward to this day.
Absolutely, man. I don't know if Mo has told you, but I'm sure he has. But if you're not aware, we're only left with about 71 days until the remainder, or until the end of the year.
Yeah.
We're only remaining with 71 days. Talk to me. What is your plan for the rest of this year?
Yeah.
We're basically almost all of us, I know Mo was talking about it yesterday, that we're all experiencing year-end fatigue. How about you? You know, what is the last stretch of the year looking like? Today is the 294th day, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited for what 2026 is going to bring us, and I can't wait for that. Only 9 weeks remaining, and I've been saying it, you know, last week TK, was it TK? Oh, it was Mr. T.
Yeah.
When Tutuzi came through, said Roja Chaltalobo
Aisha.
Baba.
Aisha. I beg your pardon.
And Mr. T was like, when you've been manifesting this thing the entire
The entire year.
It's funny, man. So with that being said, we're only 162 episodes in.
Siphakathi ndoda. Asiphakathi.
It's crazy, Mr.
Whether you like it or not, we show up.
We do.
Because what I love about us is we don't just host any show. We just host a show, but we elevate
Absolutely.
and shape cultures.
Absolutely.
You understand? So
Absolutely.
162, it's a lot of
crazy.
episodes.
It's
man.
crazy. It is.
A lot of episodes.
Like when I look back, man, on some of the things that we've accomplished and some of the things we've been through this year.
Yo.
I mean, starting out the year, I remember when we did the Valentine's episode.
Yeah.
Ribu Akadi Poko. I remember that very well.
Dating ghosts.
And then fast forward to about episode 11.
Yeah.
It was you and I on that specific Friday. And man, and then fast forward to Easter. When we were planning for the
rain
rain
show, man. Ooh,
Yeah.
Rain Easter show.
It was
Ooh,
crazy,
we need like a
man.
year, like a
Around
year
that.
recap. You understand? In
Around
terms
off.
of
Yeah.
what we have done, because people might see us and think, you guys have only showed up, you know,
Little
episode
Mabani Kabo
162.
Machuni,
No, guys, hey,
Guys,
it's
we've
been
been
a journey.
it has.
And thank you so much to the people who have showed us the support. Because
Completely.
if it wasn't, for them, some of us we could have been here today.
Yeah.
But they've also showed up when you come sit as Vugeni.
Yeah.
They also came in and say, "Is Vuka nani bafethu?"
Definitely.
Wherever near corner, nathi siyakhona. Man. So
Definitely.
I am, happy.
It's cool, man.
Happy.
And then I remember just after the run show, about a week later,
Yeah.
we did the 250 on Cedar. with Thandiso Mazwai, the Sunset Sunday sessions, man, which were very cool. It was very cool.
The atmosphere,
it was
the
amazing.
energy.
It was too cool, man.
The people.
I remember Mr. Mo and I were on the. I mean, we had an engagement with Marcelo, Bukhosi, and then we had an engagement with Osmaria.
Yeah, man.
Just as we were talking with Maria, Thandiso passed, headed to the stage, and then we were on the main floor. By coincidence, I swear that video looks like it was designed to be like that, but it wasn't. By coincidence, the shot that Mr. B got of me, just behind, you could see Thandiso getting onto stage. Ah, man.
Iconic.
It was crazy.
It's iconic.
It was crazy, man. You know, I wouldn't say we were rubbing shoulders, but we were rubbing shoulders with the likes of Bopeni Libiani.
The same field.
You know what was funny for me? Lerato Velas and her friends were just hanging out there, having a good time. And they're like, yo, I'm going to start his tongue. I get to end up you understand? Yeah, no, I'm media here. Plus, get rid of the mic that we use, the handheld mic, you know. So, like, people were wondering, Chief, what are you doing? Are you gonna sing? Are you announcing something? Like, what's happening?
It's a wireless mic.
Guys, yeah, I know.
Wireless
and
mic.
Plus the way I guess, you know. So that was so cool, man. It was cool. And then we got that shot of Thandiso, which was amazing. Man. It was amazing.
Oh, even the article, you know, that we wrote the same day.
You're about to see the picture right now appearing on your screen.
We delivered.
This was too crazy.
Yeah. All I can say is that we delivered.
We did.
We delivered.
No. 150% more. There's no way. You can't deny us, Chief.
Yeah.
You can't deny us. So, these are just some of the highlights that we've shared over the year. I mean, this is the picture that you and I took at the Rand show with the Minister of
MEC, ne?
MEC for Health and
MMC. Yeah, she was the MMC. I remember, man, the conversation that we had with her. Just speaking about the developments that are coming through, the technological advancement that are going to come in the health sector, in the department. You understand? Yeah, man, very cool conversation, and looking forward to next year and Easter, man.
Definitely,
because I think they are seeing now how media is coming and playing a very huge part in the Rand Easter show, and people want to know, and they want that information. Yeah, it is very vital. Because there are a lot of people out there, whoever's watching and listening at home, they're like, you know what, I always go to a hospital, public hospital, and the services there, they're so bad, man, to a point that they also have their backlog. When I go there, try to open a file, or looking for my file, or looking for medical assistance, like there's always that delay that comes inside and disturbs the whole operation of the public hospital. So we're looking forward, man, to having the conversation again with them. I hope never Baba change the MBC.
No, I really fingers crossed. You know what's crazy for me, Mr. B? The picture that you just opened, man. This was one of our earliest episodes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember this was
Team Pick. Minier.
So, Mr.
Class
B,
of 2026, class of 2025, man.
Mr. B, we've been ahead of our time. We've taken like a group thing, you know.
As he told me, now I cover picture. There's a cover picture right there. We sorted.
No, we were ahead of the time. Man.
Yeah, man. So where we are, man, I know that a lot of people, they have some of the recaps and the beautiful highlights that they've had about this beautiful year, man.
Yeah.
And please, man, share them with us because it's October, Kaiser. And I was talking to you, Kirahaibo, Saturday 25.
It's crazy. Just yesterday, one.
Hey.
It was the beginning of the month, just yesterday, literally.
Yeah, man. But with that being said, man, you know that we always start with some motivation, little quotes. And sometimes, guys, I would love to get quotes from you guys to say, you know what, guys, how so. This is what you have to do.
Yes,
right?
Mr. Mo.
So, one of the motivational message that I have for the Vooka Nation, man, because I think motivation plays a very huge role in our lives, in whatever that we do, because most of us feel like we want to give up in our lives, we want to give up in our careers, but there's always that gap that you need to fill in terms of things that you need to hear, because that's why we are here. Wherever you are from, you know we are going to give it to you. Yeah. So our motivation message for today, man, it reads as follows. It says, you were not born to blend in, you were born to stand out, rise up, and rewrite the story. Every challenge is shaping your strength. Keep going. Your purpose is louder than your doubts. So your doubts, guys, your purpose is louder than your doubts. There's this TikTok that I came across. This lady is saying, I mean, they've made it a meme. She was like, you know, I've had this beautiful quote from a friend, and he was like to me, don't love your job your love.
That's funny.
Right. And then people came in and like, okay, what she really means is the same as saying don't fear your fears. Don't face your fears, and then
don't fear your face. Yeah. Don't fear your face. Face your fears. People will go crazy on some of these things. That people say.
Motivation is becoming wild.
Yeah.
Like people are now dragging it.
Everyone thinks that they can become a motivational
and
speaker.
It's not like that.
And like answer quote to Monati and things of that nature. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't.
But yeah. Talk to me, Mr. Mo.
It doesn't. And then another beautiful quote before, of course, man, we get into the comment section, because I see some of the comments are coming in right there from the Vooka Nation. It's from Winston Churchill, right? Winston says, success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts, right? It is the courage that we all need to continue that counts, because sometimes you are not taking that leap of faith, that one step that you need, because now you are discouraged. But courage is something that you need, man. No one is coming to save you. I think it's something that we all need to hear, guys. Sometimes no one is coming to save you from the things that you're going through, from the situations that you are in. So when yourself, you need to develop the courage that you need to face everything that's out there in the world, right? We are being faced with so much in our country right now, and what I would love to say and add on this motivation is that the matriculants, abantwana basematikulecheni namhlanje, they are starting to write
with their exams.
They're starting with their exam. And to every matriculant out there, if you have maybe your umzukulu wakho, your cousin, or you're a matriculant, man, you're watching right now, man, good luck, God bless you.
Why would they be watching?
I mean, we can do revision lebona mo.
No, but you're
not on, man. Batteries.
No.
That's the one. Yeah, but guys, the motivation also goes out to the matriculants out there. I know maybe Luena, or you are an aunt to a matriculant student, and you know how they need that support right
Absolutely.
now. Yeah, right now, Baba Rekela, these what do you call these things? It's a study pack.
Okay.
Yeah, it consists of like the energy drinks, snacks for you to keep energized.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's so sad.
No, guys, we started with prayers. Yeah, but I was about to say, look, not everyone is writing today, so there are some matriculants that are watching. Because this does segue to why are you omitting in math and science so that you can push up the pass rate? Yeah. So it's as if a scalar, they push you to
just
not take math and science. Because there's no failure.
But I think today, if memory serves well and if things still work like that, today everyone is writing across the country, because usually the first paper is English paper 1.
Paper 1.
I think. Or English paper 3. Nah, paper 1 paper 2.
Paper 2,
which is literature.
Yeah, or paper 1 essays. Yeah, essays.
Paper 1, we all scale through it. Well, most of us, for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, you go to paper 3, I think.
Yeah,
paper 3 English, and then paper 3 Afrikaans or vernacular. Vernacular. So yeah, man, the time right about now is about 37 minutes after the hour, 7 o'clock in the morning. Just it's about 23 minutes before the hour. 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, the 21st of October 2025. Mo and I have been talking for a while. Let's quickly do this. Let's run to the loo, right? Rehydrate, grab a glass of water, a bottle of water, maybe grab that little nyana snack, and then let you and I and Mr. Mo see each other right after this. Let's go pay our bills. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. Oh, sure. No worries. Hey. Yeah, man. Some cool sounds, man. I love the fact that we have started incorporating music. You know, I really love the fact that we've started incorporating music.
Music is life, man.
But I know you were excited for
music
this one.
Life.
I know you were very excited. You know, there's that footage that TC lost, man. Remember, I think it was the Friday, if not the Saturday morning.
Yeah, when we
Sunday.
were
I didn't read radio.
Shapa activation. Hotata wanna make 20 minutes.
That's funny. Guys, what do you think? Talk to us, all of you who are watching. I know Miss Q Rams, Mum Tembi, who else did I see there? Zinzi, I think, is also in the comment section.
Yeah.
I know you guys are adamant watchers. You guys watch on a day-to-day basis, or at least try to watch on a day-to-day basis. What do you guys think? Should we go on a day where we talk like radio characters?
We should. We should. And I think we also have to use different languages, right?
Okay.
Because I also learning Nakasizulu.
Okay.
Ukuthi wena mlaleli emakhaya ngicela sihlangane khona lapho einkundleni zokuxhumana sivuka breakfast show. If ufuna ke ukusibamba ngocingo, inamba kumele uyifonela 0604933226 and then you do the same thing. You understand?
42 minutes after 7 o'clock. Urisilo na mona senane ho saha o le nane ho ke lona Vooka breakfast show. Le rona re tlo tshwara hantle.
Ha se ka mo ntate.
That's so funny.
We have to, guys. We have to, man. Because, yes, we are, this is where radio meets.
Meets TV.
TV.
Oh, you're right, man. You're right.
We just need to have that special day whereby, guys, we bring that energy, for the day.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
that radio character type of thing.
Like with music, we play with music and things like that. Well, because that's what they do in radio. That's why because it's only audio.
Oh,
there's
yes.
visuals.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
You know what this speaks to? This speaks to the conversation that we're going to have a bit later on, the engagement with Mulalo, because he is a creative vision who drives community impact and growth. Someone who's well versed in the space of media.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get into that conversation, that engagement.
Yep.
And we should ask him, Mr. Mulalo, talk to us, man. Breakfast the show. Like, is it a character? Is it a thing that
I think
that radio broadcasters go through? Especially, I think it's I don't know if it's a thing, but clearly is a thing across Vanac radio stations.
Yes.
Especially SABC Vanac radio stations. Like Motswedingi, Lesedi, Tobela, Ukhozi,
yes, Bokakasi FM,
all those stations.
all,
Palafala,
Ikwekwezi FM. Umfumbuzo wanamhlanje phela sikude kusigagamde zokuthi ngena siphi. I mean, I think and I believe it's more or less because when you are studying the MCs, they enjoy the music because Lebona is the same thing. If Lerona, we can start being on the journey of playing commercial music. Trust me, you will change. The character comes out, man. It just becomes this full-blown character because mino akajeno omonate bona ko tsoretse ntotse monate kajeno harkene ka moni comment section and send a little voice note because the music is playing. I enjoy and things like that. But Ronamo, hey man, we are
chill vibes.
Chill. You understand?
But here's the question though. So Go 702 or Go SAFM. Do you think they do the same thing? They don't. So it's still radio.
Yes.
It's still radio, only audio only, but because of the type of listener. Abantu be 702 as well as SAFM. It's people that want to listen to information. So in terms of theater, they're not really interested in that.
I think thinking about it now, I don't know if I know of any broadcaster who has jumped from the one type of station to the other, right? But I don't think the theatrics are like a thing. I could be wrong, right? But I think the difference that I'm picking up from what you're saying is that there's a difference between talk radio and radio that can use music as a clutch. To fill in the spaces, So I think that's where the theatrics are stemmed from, Victor Ludwig, and it's like.
I mean, there's this guy that was trending on TikTok where he had like a mobile radio. So like Ubopi crate in there around his neck, some equipment, and it's just broadcasting on the road. And you could tell he's got that whole thing of performing. So I feel like with these other stations you've mentioned, they perform. They are performers. Not that talk radio they don't perform, but they're more of people that relay information as sort of like anchors. I don't know. Somewhere there.
It is, man, because I can tell you that sometimes by just paying attention, sometimes you even miss the things that they say in line because I can you are energized. And sometimes they say wrong things. Apona mane watsiba hore lenyalo asiona ntho e lokileng o se kekebe wa nyala o wena mo enjoy ya bophelo ba hao. And then you like maru wa bona le how na
I get you, Mr. Mo. But it's very interesting, man. And you know what my thing is? Because I've been to a radio interview, not a radio interview, a radio audition. Right? And we were sitting there in the queue to fill in the forms and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And so they had like a pop-up, not pop-up, but like a station in Yana where they had mics and tables and like a nice Yana gazebo, and some of the guys, they were like, the presenters of that station will they came out and they were encouraging everyone who was coming to audition, and they were like, no guys, come through and if you are up for it, if you are like ready for it, come and do a mock audition now on the table. We'll call 2 random people.
Yeah.
We'll call a girl and a guy.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'll call 2 girls, then sometimes we'll call 2 guys. And you find that, because they were looking for, on that specific station, they were looking for Zulu, one Zulu presenter and one Soto presenter.
Yeah.
Or one, so you find that a lot of people who want to go into commercial radio also have that mindset or that outlook as a broadcaster, a radio broadcaster. And it's like, no, you can still apply that talk radio type of feel to radio that uses music as a clutch. I don't know if that makes sense. So I think maybe we need to learn, like someone needs to, maybe Vooka should take it up themselves. Vooka, we should take it up ourselves and like do a course on what being behind the mic and in front of the camera is like. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can I pull up a clip from this guy we met at the Rand show from Platinum? Because he also had that thing where he is on radio. Because his voice deepens a bit.
Yeah.
Steve's voice.
Steve and Chris. Okay, well, Steve was more.
Yeah.
So they also have that thing. So it's not only Vanek, but also broadcasting in English. There's that thing that they put on.
But it's not talk radio. So clearly the talk radio versus radio that uses music is a thing, because he plays quite a lot of music. So, but let's check that out. Let's check that out and see what that engagement was like. I remember this was so cool. I was so excited. I remember when you and I we went there, man. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was crazy.
It was, man.
I'm hoping that we'll have another engagement with him, with Steve, very soon. Because we had spoken about playing around the idea of cross broadcasting.
Yes.
Where the Vooka Breakfast Show is live like this, and he's also live on his side. That would just be something else, man. It would just be something else, and I look forward to that day. But before we get to that, let's check out that clip, and then you and I and Mr. Mo will get into our news recaps, right?
Yeah, man. And
very, very interesting headlines that we are seeing this morning. So can't wait for that.
Yeah, and we also see some of the comments coming through right there, and they are loving the energy. And if you can just open up your comments right there, you will see. Oh, boy. And I think we can also do that thing, because one thing I love with doing the comments is because one Soto presenter will say, Ako shebile wena Tembi mni, ako shebile wena Mescu, ako shebile wena Nelly, so ako shebile wena kamane Tembi, rela shebile wena kamane otla akena kamane Tembi are mahosi, the kings are in the bill.
It just kills me. It just kills me. I don't know. I think Lesedi FM stands out. It stands out, guys. Bo Batukada, Bo Twasa. I know my grandmother listens to Lesedi. I've been listening to Lesedi since I was young. Since I was very young. Since I was very, very young. And I grew up on that kind of radio. And then I got onto Kai FM years later. I think I was in late primary, heading into high school. But man. So that was very, very interesting for me.
It was, man. Yeah, man.
Find out.
Yeah, because not every day, Shem, it's Lesedi FM. Atseba mahulunga matala. Monna atawe. I go tell ka free.
Yeah, man. I saw the one that you posted on.
Hey man, to some man, things that he says
on your
bruh.
status.
Yeah.
Utswakai ngwaneso. Utswakai o kena o nkgajwana seng lena na la Sontaga. But anyway, let's
Yeah, because this also jogs my memory. Josie FM on a Sunday.
on a Sunday. Yeah.
The style of presenting is
It's different.
and it
Yeah.
works.
It does.
Because if you come through and try and be all formal on a Sunday,
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Kohle kama like batsubani untate.
Tate for like
Mine.
No, the one that presents Josie FM.
Ooh, I never consumed Josie that much.
Because it was also on Soweto TV as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Baba, we voice now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember the voice. I'm not remembering the name, but I see who you're talking about.
and then they're also intentional with the voices, man.
No,
How
that's
the
like a
voice it's
It's gonna stand out.
Yeah,
It stands
it
out
does,
and
it
it's
does.
rememberable. That's the
Yeah,
thing. You
yeah.
know, it stands out and it's rememberable. But let's check out the clip with Steve Wonokohai as we were hanging out with him.
So to add audio,
Sure.
you're gonna have to play it on your end.
On my end. Okay,
Yes,
no
yes.
worries.
Yeah, let's
No
hope the music is
worries.
also dead. innit?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, man, but we see some of those comments. We are going to come back and read it because I see that you guys are enjoying, and you are also asking that we need to do a radio character episode, right? Whereby we bring that characters, man, where we come in. Good morning, Vooka Nation. You guys make the show fun and bring life to it. I love it. Kerata Momamedi Hasekamo. Rekene hona 8 minutes till Reshapa Iona 8 o'clock. We can't wait to give you the best energetic dose to your day. Kopa fela wena udule moa. Onwe fela meti hoane hoa chesa. Meti.
I love that video when I saw it.
Yeah, man.
It destroyed me. It killed me. I'm trying to find where Guy, I think
You found the video.
I found the video, but he starts talking around here. Are we good to go, Mr. Mo? Mr. P? There we go.
Now in the space where we're almost 2 million listeners, we're in a good space in terms of where the brand is. Platinum Gold Radio is part of Platinum Gold Studios. And Platinum Gold Studios employs a number of different radio stations, our sister radio stations, sometimes cohabitat on our platforms, most times not. They are separate brands and separate markets, separate businesses, and therefore at the Rand Show, Platinum Gold Radio is the one that operates. Not only here at the Rand Show, but we go around to different expos and different shows, schools, feel-good events all over South Africa. That's where we fit in. And today we're very chuffed to be able to be chatting with you guys.
I love it. You know, Mo is mentioning that this has been a dream of his. And, you know, I'll tell you, him and I have been so excited and looking forward, Christian, to coming through and doing what we're doing now. Get this conversation and show our viewers and our listeners that there are other platforms out there outside of what we do, you know. And I also love how you say internet radio is the future. A couple of weeks ago, I was at a comedy show, and this comedian who was hosting that show was saying people don't understand what we are doing as people who are online, or as broadcasters who are online on a day-to-day basis. 5, 6, 10 years from now, that's when it's going to hit people, and they'll come to the realization that you just mentioned, that FM would have not necessarily died out, but would have lost the, you know, the level of accessibility and the love that people would have had for it maybe 10 or 20 years ago. I love that. So let's talk about the how people have been receiving you now. Because you're saying it was just after the buffering stage, right? And now you're over 2 million listeners. I mean, that must have taken a long time to establish and get those people. How did you get to that place, and how would you advise someone like us and Mo, who was just starting out, to reach where you have gotten to?
So thank you for the question, and it's very easy for us to answer because we have the experience of the last 10 years of what not to do. Do not try and copy the big guys that are out there. Do not try and be corporate. Do something that is unique to you.
Yeah.
And we're happy to share this with umpteen different independent operators all over South Africa. We're driven by people that want to be doing something good. We always say on Platinum Gold Radio, we're a feel-good radio station. We play feel-good music and we have feel-good content. However, we also find that feel-good people find other feel-good people, and good South Africans find good South Africans. We have so many stories to tell in South Africa. Do not try and be the big news companies. Do not try and be the big newscaster. Do not try and be the one that's carrying the weather or the traffic. Somebody else is already doing that. Do something that they're not doing, and do something that they can't copy you with. Be flexible, be spontaneous, be non-scheduled. They can't do that. You can. And that's the best advice we can give to you. Underlined, of course, in bold, in capital letters. Don't ever give up.
Man, don't ever give up, man. Like those are beautiful words, because one thing about being advised into getting into the space, a lot of people will tell you that look at what the big guys are doing, and now that is going to take the uniqueness of what we're trying to come with in the in the stage and in the environment, basically. So as a young person who is still coming up in the game, thank you so much for that advice. Definitely we're going to be taking it through to those young ones who are coming, because we've had a lot of guests in our show where they will tell you that sometimes to start, you need to start with the big guys and then come. But now, when that weight comes on you, it becomes difficult, and then the giving up comes in. So I'm so perplexed with what I'm hearing right now. And definitely our viewers, man, and the people who are watching, they will get this information, valuable, and they will use it into their day-to-day life. But now, I'm with a gentleman next to me.
Mr. Christian.
Mr. Christian, right? So, Mr. Christian, we just want you, to take us through,
Very cool stuff, man. This is some of the engagements. This is just one part of the engagements, a number and array of engagements we had at the Rancho with amazing people, man. Amazing, individuals who are doing great and amazing stuff in the different spaces that they're involved in. And man, just looking at this, the three view, guys. Radio meeting TV is the future. I don't know if you guys realize.
Don't sleep on it.
But radio meeting TV is the future, and I love how you guys are always hanging out with us. Let's quickly head on to our comment section, so that Vooka breakfast show. There's quite a number of you watching already. Mam Tembi came through earlier, saying the Kings. Nice one, Mam Tembi. We love that. And she says, a very good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile. On a lovely, beautiful, blessed Tuesday, Vooka. Vooka team and Vooka Nation. Proper stuff. And then she says, rise and shine, team, and stay focused. Hello, Mam Tembi. And we really appreciate you coming through, man. And then Miss Q Rams, hello Miss Q Rams, how's it going? Hey man, Miss Q Rams comes through saying, good morning, happy Tuesday. I choose me, my friend, Circle Dumi and Lebza and Mr. B. Thank you for always being real. I also choose you, Vooka Nation, for giving us something to look forward to. Hey man, out, man. Proper stuff. Nice one. Then Mam Tembi came through saying, Miss Mam Shengu. I miss Mam Shengu so much. She'll be back. She'll be back very soon. And then, hello Nelisa. Nelisa comes through saying, good luck to our matric gang. Definitely. And then Zinzi came through also earlier saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. Lol, you guys are hilarious, but I love you all. Hey, we love you too, Zinzi. We love you too. And then Miss Q Rams also came through saying, yes, do that, please. I'm pretty sure we will laugh all morning. That's funny, man. We'll consider it. Snippet. It's coming. It's on the way. Like, we have to plan an entire show that's based around using vernac and that, animated type of character, and then yes, please, Radio Character Day episode. This is Zinzi coming through. She says, I can't wait. The way I'm laughing, you guys know how to make people smile and inject a dose of positivity and good energy. Of course. The way you guys master impersonating characters, y'all are the best. Anyway, sivugile guys, and happy Tuesday, #Vooka Breakfast Show. That was Zinzi. And then Mam Tembi says, I like the spirit and the vibe. Shout out to my best energetic team. I love that. I love that. Even as Mami commenting at Sarona, Simami came through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. You guys make the show fun and bring life to it. I love it. Man. Thank you so much, guys. We love it as well, man. Nelisa says, hey guys, I did a super chat with a beautiful message. Hope it was sent to the Vooka Breakfast Show. We will check it out in just a second. Mam Temi saying, Bari Momusong. Yes. Ke Momusong.
Re go tlhatlhobela tsona di ntse di felle.
Tshwaretse ntshotse monate o rutile nna ba mpitsa MOOCEE Mr. Ke tsamaya le yena ngwana wa Mother Nature. Mme wa gae o re tshwere hantle moseng ona you know Siyalemoya sa hao, man. Nelisa says, radio character, you must do it. And then Simami says, I would like to wish my daughter Oratile good luck as she starts her final today, and good luck to all the matriculants. #Vooka Breakfast Show. Proper stuff, man. And then Mam Tembi came through saying, cheers to radio character episode and the best team. Keep it up and just gifting us with 100 rands. Guys. Mam Tembi, we love it. We love it so much, man. Proper stuff. Mr. B.
Even I think
Zinzi came through as well. Yes, she came through earlier saying a pledge to Radio Character Day. I just love you guys. Man. Yes.
We get recognized.
Yes.
It's like okay, wazani.
Yes, Nina Lenzani.
Yeah, so let's recognize Uzinzi.
Absolutely, man. But I'm not seeing the super chat, Mr. P. I don't know if you can help that side.
Yeah. Just to find it, man.
Zinzi's Nelly was super chat. But we'll make sure. And then the last comment coming through.
POP.
A POP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proof of payment.
A proof of payment. And then the last one coming through, Tsakani P saying, such a unique show. Man. Only and exclusively where radio meets TV, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, man. Very, very cool stuff. She says, good morning, I'm a Vooka. Sivugile, #Sivugile, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, man. Spread it far and as wide as you can. Tell everyone that the Vooka Breakfast Show is live and kicking. Hanging out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm not alone. You know, the whole team is here. Mr. Mo is here, the son of Mother Nature. Mr. P is also behind the camera, taking such good care of us right there on the technical side. But of course, the most important ingredient on a day-to-day basis, every weekday morning, the most important ingredient is you. Yes, when you're ready to from wherever you're tuned in from. The time right about now is 4 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock. Let's quickly do a nice recap of what we spoke about with the headlines that Mo gave you earlier in the morning. So, Mo, with that being said, I know that you want to get into the conversation of matriculants going through their final exams, right? And how SATU said they are pledging that they are putting strict measures into making sure that there are no exam paper leaks, right? SATU criticized, but also with that being said, along the measures that they want to take and the steps that they want to implement, SATU criticizes provinces for sliding or sidelining mathematics and science subjects, to inflate matric pass rates, urging a focus on these crucial subjects before exams. Umalusi confirms tighter exam security. Talk to me.
Man, I think this one, it goes back to when I was in high school.
Sure.
Right. Certain subjects were being implemented so that the pass rate can go high.
Okay.
Right. And now even Minister Siviwe Khwarube once came and released a statement that, guys, we are not seeing a lot of entries when it comes to maths and science in our schools and institutions. That means something is going wrong. Something is wrong, and we need to fix that. We know that there are a lot of job entries that would love people with qualifications that's on a level maths and science.
Absolutely.
So right now, if you are sidelining maths and science subjects, like what does that mean for our country? What does that mean for the future of these kids who are right now in school, right? So what's happening is they have criticized several provinces for allegedly sidelining mathematics and science in attempt to inflate matric pass rate. pass rate has become a most important thing for most provinces due to the reason because if your province, perform to the highest pass rate, the government will take an initiative to support, because it's like, okay, we are seeing that you guys are putting effort in making sure
they're doing well.
The pass rate. We've seen it limo for the
I remember. I've heard stories.
We've seen it and you see when you get 100%, the district jumps and like, you know what, we are going to give you all the support that you need. And in no time, we were seeing that classrooms were being built. Money was being, injected into the school because they are performing. So other provinces are like, company reti se bana ba rona these other subjects. So because we see
general subjects.
Because we are seeing maths and science is giving them problems, but it's not the problem of the learners and the students. It's the problem of how they're teaching these subjects. Who are you hiring to teach these kids this subject? So the statement comes as the National Senior Certificate, which is the NSC exams, begin today with over 700,000 candidates today expected to write. So SATU has said the sidelining of critical subject limits learners' access to tertiary studies, right, and the STEM careers. Umalusi, the National Education Quality Assure, confirmed that it is strengthen exam security and moderation ahead of 2025 exam season. And the access to STEM, we know that STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, right? It went to a point, even the digital and technology department in South Africa, if you go on TikTok right now, you will see there is, the category for STEM. If you are somebody who is interested in science, technology, and engineering, you can watch content because you can't be watching the dancing challenges every day. At least let us have some of the educational content that these kids can consume, because Rabona for TikTok and Instagram, they are most consumed platforms in the digital space. So they're making this thing, okay, let us make sure these kids, in order for them to love science in general, let's inject in or change the algorithm in terms of what they're studying at school, because it is very important to align some of the things that you are studying with some of the things that you're
consuming,
because they are visual learners, right? So if we give you the content that speaks to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, we are going to talk a whole different story in South Africa. Right, so that is what we are looking into. So what is next right now? I hope that SATU, they are making, they're trying to make those changes in order for these subjects to not be sidelined for the next coming years.
The reason for their comment is, and it's also coming at a very crucial time, which is the eve of matric, the first paper, or rather the final exams, right, for the year, especially for matriculants. And the reason they're saying this, they're experiencing a skyrocketing of a lot of learners not taking science and maths as subjects is because there's a whole lot of competition that is surrounding provinces wanting to beat each other and one up each other when it comes to matriculant pass rates at the end of the year, or rather at the beginning of the year when matric results come out. So now every other province number one, and now that's what is causing the sidelining, because they're seeing if we want to be number one or come out on top at the beginning of the year, kids are not doing so well with regards to maths and science pass rates, right? And I'll tell you from friends of mine and friends of friends, like I mentioned, Kolani, Bompo, and things of that nature. Kolani is a history teacher for matrics, right? And he also says, there's a lot of not scrutiny necessarily, but they are really crucial about the learners who are going to progress to matric from grade 11. Because we want
people who are going to represent us.
No,
basically.
Exactly. So, Papa, when I also narrate you, because so July an extra year. Understand, right? But this thing that the provinces are doing in terms of wanting to neglect maths and science is not great, because at the end of the day, it's not going to benefit the greater society.
Yeah.
We understand. We're going to have a generation of kids, Baba says
aimless.
Baba says not khobala like reading, but kids who can't do basic mathematics. Like yesterday, we were sitting here with Utumsani and Junior.
Yeah.
And Mr. D was literally helping Junior with his maths homework.
Yeah.
And then one out of it like high school, and then maths is like, no.
It's
you
no
don't
longer
need to,
there.
like, no, man. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
It's becoming scarce.
The truth is, with math, you have to pick it up from the early stages. Now imagine Bozala throughout high school, and then in grade 10, must choose a subject. If you choose mathematics, you're going to struggle.
Yes.
Because some of the building blocks or the basics of mathematics, if you've got two fractions or the difference between, let's say, an expression and an equation, most people still don't know that.
Yeah.
So you've got a fraction where you are adding or subtracting two fractions. Obviously, you need to get the lowest common multiple. But if you are multiplying fractions, you multiply across. And if it's division, you can then flip it and then multiply it. So this basic knowledge then, when you get to grade 10, 11, and 12, you need to use those basics.
The basics.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know the basics,
You're going to struggle.
It's a problem.
yeah.
You're gonna struggle.
So I think math and science has to be compulsory from the word go. And back then, because we did math in higher grade or standard grade, but I know with my mom, she used to say bona babayenza in lower grade. So there was lower grade, standard grade, and higher grade. It has to be compulsory for everyone, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this thing, it came with being lenient, on some of the students, because we later discovered that there are special kids in schools, so they couldn't distinguish. And like, what is the problem? Is the problem the subjects that these learners and these kids are doing, or the problem is actually on the learners themselves? Because there are learners who are not capable, right, in terms of mentally and just comprehending certain information. So they saw, no man, instead of all of the kids doing math and science, let us introduce some of these subjects that are going to help them pass. And one thing I've also realized is some schools, they go to an extent, because I remember this high school back in Soweto, or 100% pass rate. Sometimes it's not to say maybe it starts with you having over, like in a class or in a school, having over 1,000 matriculants, right? Pella, there are schools who have like 12 matriculants, and if those 12 pass, that's 100% pass rate
for their school. Yeah,
understand?
Definitely. Yeah.
So Babanga, they also cut off the entry of the matriculants, and grade 11 is going to determine if you are going to represent the school. Even with the, what do you call, the prelim exam?
Yeah, preliminary exams.
Preliminary exam. So, preliminary is, it means you need to qualify for you to go and play with the big guys right there.
Yes, definitely.
So if you fail your prelims, that means you're going to come back next year and write again, so that we can see how you are suitable to write and sit, in the NSC, representing the nation. Right there. If you fail, you are not going to sit right there. But what is next with this whole thing is that SATU plans to engage the Department of Basic Education and provincial leaders to push for the curriculum balance and better resource allocation to maths and science departments. The union also urged teachers to maintain professionalism and avoid shortcuts and compromise the credibility of South Africa's education system. Where we are, guys, I feel like education system is where we need, to give support. We need to make sure that even the budget, the curriculum, there is a balance in there, because the school our schooling system right here, it's sort of outdated when you look at the kind of things that kids are learning at school. Like, they're not even referencing some of the things that are going on. I understand, some countries, they played a very huge role in where we are today.
Okay.
But I think, Lerona, we need to shape ourselves in terms of where we are going. I understand. I can't be learning about Mugabe. I mean, Mugabe also said something for his country to be wherever they are. But teach me about the people who tried to bring change in our country, who tried tried to revolutionize what we call the struggle today. Those are the people that we need to let. Okay, what was the aim of Steve Biko? What is it that he wanted to do? Understand?
With black consciousness.
Yeah, some of us, we knew the essays about Joseph Stalin,
yes.
Like we knew those essays to say, you know what?
Stalinism and Leninism.
Yeah, you understand those kind of things. And how is that helping us as South Africans? How is that helping me as a Sowetan, born, raised kid? When ufundile, ntwana ngakushayela essay ka Stalin manje.
Yeah, ngakhulumela nge-Cuban Missile Crisis manje baba ngi-break it down.
Yamazi Fidel Castro. Those are the things that we boast
about.
Yeah,
Truman doctrine manje wena. Yeah, man, I mean it's funny more, because what the union is doing, it's slamming the Department of Basic Education, because reportedly there's about 464 schools.
Oof. That's a lot.
464 schools who have sidelined maths and science, guys. That's crazy. Wait, that's crazy.
Maths and
science. You know why that's crazy for me? In my class, when I was doing matric, class subject, almost virtually all subjects.
Yeah.
So initially, I was in the history, business, and tourism class.
Okay.
But because manaba science in there were 7 of them who did physics and accounting. Right?
Yeah.
So when I go to history, they would go to physics, Babang would go to geography, Babang would go to natural science. Not physics. I say physics again.
Accounting.
No.
Commerce.
Science.
Biology.
Yeah, busy biology, man. More maybe to I see physics science.
What's that?
Science.
Life science.
Life science. Get our natural science. Yeah, so I would go to history. I would go to history.
Yeah.
They would go to physics. My friend would go to life science. Those who go to geography. It was just a crazy combination. When I go to tourism, whenever I go babang, and then they took up an extra subject, an 8th subject. Then we would all go to business together.
Yeah.
And then the other subjects, we do them together. Just split go maths. They would go to pure maths. I would go to math literacy.
Yeah.
But English, Afrikaans, business, LO, we all go in the same class. So virtually all the subjects outside of economics was the only subject in SEO.
Yeah.
Virtually. So that was crazy to think that there are kids who did both physics and accounting and pure maths in 1 year. And then fast forward a few years later, we find that there are 464 schools that are not doing math and science.
Like, what are you doing, guys?
Young.
We don't understand. Okay, from now on, what is the plan? Because if you're going to integrate that education, curriculum that you're trying to have, how does it going to fit in the system that we are in right now?
Yeah.
If you wake up and watch the news, okay, what is it that we are suffering? Till today, we need economists.
Absolutely.
We need people who are going to, trace all of the money that are being spent. We are lacking in that department.
Problem solvers more.
Politicians are spending money and splundering money everywhere. We don't have people who will analyze, okay, if the budget is being rolled out, okay, where is it going? How is it going to be spent? And what is the mandate of the budget? Rona, the only thing we do is just to go to TikTok and Twitter to say, hey, but
we don't have problem solvers. You're right.
Yeah.
We don't have people who can actually go back, analyze the problem for what it is, and say, okay, this is what we need to do. This is how we can. This is how future thinking is implemented in the society, man. But it's sad, man. It says there needs to be a serious talk about how the department handles its human resources department, because we have universities that are graduating students, but how many of these teachers care about the needs of learners at the schools? This was said by the South African Democratic Teachers Union, and this person was Mungwena Maluleka. I'm not sure if it's the spokesperson of SATU or not, but these are some of the sentiments that are being shared. And it also begs the question, are we saying that all the teachers who have studied to teach maths are going to be out of jobs? Are we saying that all the teachers who have studied to teach science are going to be out of jobs? Is that what the implication is now?
Imagine.
Is that where we're getting to? Because if there are 464
that's
schools,
wild.
what does it mean for all the educators? There's a former teacher of mine. He's the principal of Rodi Biek now, right here, Rodi Poti, Mr. Khalele. And Mr. Khalele was also telling me, because we also go to the same church together, he was telling me that a while ago we were having a conversation. So I'm like, hey, Minir, because right, Rodi Biek, you know, and back in the day, it was and not in a bad way, but the reality was it was mostly a white-based school. You know, it was dominated by a lot of white teachers and white school children. But now he's the principal, and he says, yeah, man, this, that, and happened. He told me, principal, blah, 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 blah. But he's telling me that there's also a shortage of vernac teachers.
Imagine, home language.
Home languages. So mostly Setswana, Sesotho, all those kinds of languages. But we're experiencing now in the country, and I don't know how true this is. We'll maybe have to look into it. But we're finding that there is a shortage of vernac teachers. Teachers who can genuinely and the way se tshwantse se kwalwe ka teng se balwe ka teng se buiwe ka teng. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And this is something I've observed just in general in life in our societies and our communities. These kids that are coming behind us, the generation that completely. These kids do not know how to talk. And this is not to say anything about, you know, and articulating yourself and knowing how to say, mommy, no, it's not a bed, it's a bird.
It's a bird.
You know that video of that little girl? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And these little yana things where kids are correcting their parents with pronunciations and stuff, that's great. Well and good. Marangwana, can she or he articulate themselves? But even Rona South, where you find Dobsonville, it is a Tswana dominated environment and community. You find every second, third, fourth, fifth person, Okopananlen, Tswana. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, what's happening? What are we saying? Like, what are we implying with regards to the future of the education system in South Africa?
True. Hey, I mean, where we are heading, man, we just hope whatever that's going to be done is going to be fixed. And we are seeing, sometimes some departments, they can't work if other departments are lacking. Imagine if we are saying, okay, the Department of Energy in South Africa, the Department of Ministry, the Department of Agriculture, but now the Department of Education is suffering because education is the one that has to implement,
that filters all these industries.
Absolutely. You know,
Absolutely.
So if it's struggling, that means all of these departments are also going to struggle in terms of batho, because right now people are not going to be qualified. It's like you don't have the right qualifications in Fetu.
Level of skill. Level of skill in all these departments. For instance, I'll make an example. Let's say now you're studying to be a teacher, or you are a matriculant sitting down for your final exams, and you're aspiring to become an educator yourself, right? We know that even if you don't take up maths or science as a subject that you want to teach, the basics of teaching and functionality of a teacher, you have to have basic mathematics. Or counter the scores abana. Or counter the marks tabana. Because there's dividing your class average, there's dividing your grade average, there's dividing the average of individual learners. Like, how are you going to do that if you did not sit down for a final exam in matric that requires mathematics? Like, guys, what are we saying?
What are we doing?
Like, what are you doing? I
think it's something in Horevele when you are just looking at how we are trying to maneuver, you know, with the level of education, because but out there they're posting themselves saying, I have graduated, but show me, degree Bible. I mean, you study the Bible, Joe. Like, okay, you have, the degree of whatever
philosophy,
theology.
Yeah.
You understand things like that. I think right now we have to study based on, what our country is suffering from.
Yes.
Because we were taught, guys, the activity and this project is all about finding the problem and coming up with a solution. So with how you're going to choose your subject, you have to look at the solution that you want to fix. Because right now we are moving digitally, and we know that they are coming. They need to be well versed in the space of IT.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're just as a final thought, what we're experiencing is that as a society, we are in a serious shortage and a lack in people who are problem solvers.
Yeah.
Tim mentioned this a couple of months ago when we were hanging out with him, and he was saying that you have to be in a position where in your community first, before South Africa, in your community, can you sit down, observe, analyze, and pick out a problem that your community is facing and come up with a solution for it? Can you sit down, observe, analyze, pick up what the problem is, what the issue is in your community, and come up with a solution for it? And I feel like we're moving into a time where the coming generations are going to seriously have a shortage of people like that. And we're going to find ourselves having to outsource these kinds of services and resources, and they're manipulated, and we're going to be taken for granted. But they've taken our lands, they are taking our jobs, they want to rule our country. No, it's because the people of that country are not able to do the things that are necessary to
no cap, bro.
No cap. The time right about now, 27 minutes after the hour, 7 o'clock. On 8 o'clock, why ke bola ko morago? Ke batla bola ya nong ko ntweneng a ne re tsa di-character tsa di-radio.
Ko di-radiong.
Ke tsone tse re tshwanetseng tsona mo mmamedi wa ka mosong wa ka wa gompieno o ditse le rona mona mo Vooka breakfast show but ngwana go gae. Let's quickly go pay our bills, right? Rehydrate, because we've been talking for a while, and then we will come back with the latest history lesson. Do stay tuned, don't go anywhere, don't change the dial, man. Yes sir. still listening to the great sound that we provide you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. A very cool song, saying what I would do. This is by Victor Landenberg or Landberg. You know, I love this song, man. Hey, I love how we've incorporated music, man. I see a few of you have jumped onto our comment section on YouTube.
Yeah.
A bit earlier on, Miss Zinzi came through saying, okay, let me do this. This is funny. Zinzi came through a bit earlier on saying, thanks, Mr. B, for recognizing me or for seeing me, all right? And then she says, can I also get a hand clap? There we go. There we go. There we go. I love that, man. I love that. And then Zinzi also saying, and I'm also wishing all our 2025 matriculants all the best with the exams. Of course, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. Mam Tembi also saying, matriculants, Sinani, spiritually, be blessed, let the pen roll. Yeah, definitely, man. Then Zinzi comes through, says, Yo Musi, you mentioning Mr. Hlalele, he was actually my registered teacher in grade 5 back when he was at Bosmont Primary. Umbulise. Oh yes, I will. I'll absolutely give him a shout the next time I bump into him. He's a very, 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 very cool guy. Then the last one we have on our comment section, Mam Tembi saying Mr. Hlalele was also at Princess Primary. That's where he taught me.
Oh, famous, Hlalele.
That's where he taught me, Mr. Hlalele. Yeah. Very cool guy. I feel like a princess. I think. But he got to Princess High. 2000. But he got to Princess High and hey, my sister.
Yeah.
No, my sister went on. My brother. My brother. I killed a podcast on not in a bad way, but so we're sitting more. We go there substitution. Great man, class man, go to Mr. Hlalele's class for substitution. So we get there. I feel so yeah, Radula Mole. So he's a very casual guy, you know. He's very like a little nyana tease, just to loosen up, break the ice, you know. And then he laughs. He was sitting next to me. I can't even remember who it was. And then Mr. Hlalele is like, my brother, that's just funny, man. Those are just some of the memories I still have of Mr. Hlalele. So shout out, huge shout out to him. The time right about now, 34 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, the 21st of October 2025. You're still hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm happy and I'm excited to be both in your presence and in your company. I'm not alone, could never roll alone. Hang out with the one and only Mwekezi, the son of Mother Nature, and of course Mr. B taking care of us right there on the technical side, and also the voice that you're hearing behind the mic. Yes, sir. The most important ingredient is still you. So shout out as far and as wide, spread it as far as wide as you can, that the Vooka Breakfast Show is live. How you and I can continue sharing our thoughts and engaging with each other is by you jumping onto our comment section using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It also still continues on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe. Do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and more and Mr. P can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I think this, before, we move on, it also poses this question that I wanted to ask to say, do you still remember the nerves and excitement of your matric finals?
Yes.
Like, do you still remember the feeling? Were you happy to say, Mama, I made it?
I remember my first matriculating exam in June. It was horrible. The day was horrible. It was completely cold. It was that winter day where it's drizzling. I couldn't hold the pen properly. I was freezing. Man. I hated that day so much. To this day, I'll never forget that day. My final exam, I can't remember. I remember my last paper of my final exam.
Oh, yes. Pens down.
Because no, I didn't do pens down. But yeah, my final exam. How about you?
Yo, man, I still remember because Nere Emiko Pasiching, on the first day when we were writing, I remember I was wearing a shirt and a tie. Obviously you'll come with your pen right there, lemachita, rabu, and we'll have those guys who smoke. I mean, you smoking the answers, my bro. When you go into the hall, and it's that moment because the hall, man, represented this arena whereby how can akamnyako the answer dire ntonaka.
Yeah.
So when a second half,
Yeah.
when you enter the hall, the answers in your head are like, boy, we'll see you second half, boy. Upale kahle ntwana, good luck. But I mean, the feeling was nerve-wracking because phela even like how can immediately semaluleko ora komnya, hey, just look for your number.
Yeah, respect the
man,
the exam room.
So but go look for your number.
Yeah,
don't make any noise. How can Nakamuru?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was nerve-wracking. But until you sit down, they give you that 30 minutes to breathe, understand, go through some of your stuff, and then 10 minutes. I was at 10 minutes. You all need to take your belongings to the front.
Yes, I remember.
Now the rules now.
Yes.
This is what you're supposed to do. This is not but I remember it was never-wraking. Up until man, I got used to it to say, "Aye, guys, we have to make this, man."
Yeah.
And that's how we finished. And you know what? That's how I got my matric.
I love that, Mr. P. How about you? Do you still remember the nerves?
Yeah, give me they're okay.
Okay.
They were okay because being a fish, being no omega-3,
Okay.
So it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
So normally what I would say, yes, there are those nerves, but then day 2, day 3,
you get used to it. Yeah.
You get used to it. But I would normally say to Abantu Guti, if you are passing. The question is, how well did you pass?
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Based on the preparation.
On the preparation.
I see.
And if you did bad.
Yeah.
Right. So for the most part, most of my subjects that I did, they were, I think I was prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool, man. Very interesting stuff. Talk to us. Do you still remember the first, final exam that you wrote? The first final exam that you wrote when you were in high school, in your final year, your matriculating year. How were the nerves, man? Were you fully prepared? Were you under-prepared? Let's even extend it a bit, stretch it a bit. How was it when you went to go collect your results? You remember we spoke about that, right? When the newspaper came out. Were you prepared? Were you nervous? What was the feeling around it? Talk to us. Jump on into the comment section, man. We can't wait to hear from you. Mr. B, I know that you want us to play a nice young game. Talk to me.
Yes, so in the spirit of math and science.
Oh my goodness.
In the spirit of math and science. So what I'm going to put up now is just, some questions.
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
Vooka Nation,
I'll put a disclaimer out there. I was bad at that.
Oh, guys, come on.
No, I'm not. I'm willing to play.
So let me give you a trick, because this is something that we used to notice with my sister Uzins.
Okay.
You can ask whatever question, hey, what's this number plus this number. But if you start to convert the numbers to currency, she knows the answer. Does that make sense?
Say that again.
So, for example, if you were to say, what's 39 plus 63? I don't know. Okay, let's say you've got 39 rand and someone gives you 63 rand. She gives you the answer.
Who's that? Uzinzi? is that the trick that she developed at a young age?
Unknowingly so.
Really? She would turn numbers into currency?
Yeah, because there was no way you could rob her.
Okay.
Yeah. But then when it comes to just normal numbers, man. So it's all about interest. That's what I've seen, right?
She loves money, man.
She loves money.
So, Vooka Nation, there's just 3 questions that I'm going to pull up on the screen.
Okay.
And these questions, let me make sure the guys in studio can see it. Guys, it's just let's take maybe 10 seconds.
Sure.
And I'm gonna ask politely, so please do not cheat. Don't use a calculator.
Okay.
Can I use like a pen?
fry your brain cell? Yeah, come on.
I
yeah.
can use
You
like
can use your
calculation,
pen.
right?
Yeah.
Because
It's not that
I use
hectic.
my numbers. I don't have a pen with
Oh
me.
my
Okay.
goodness.
So, guys- So let me just put up the first one here, and wait. There we go. So question 1.
Yeah.
Please don't use a calculator. What is 133 plus 52?
Let me see the options right there. 133 plus 52 is 185.
195 or 183?
185.
Okay.
52,
So Vooka Nation, just put for question 1, say Q1,
8,
and then the answer is it A, B, or C. Okay.
180, 185.
Some say 185.
Yeah, it's A. Is that A? Is 185?
No.
Yeah, 185.
Yeah, is that A?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with option A.
Option A.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Should I explain my method?
Yep.
Oh yeah, please.
So what I do when I see numbers like this, already the 100 I put it aside. I take the 33 and the 50.
Yeah.
I know 30 plus 50 is 80,
It gives you.
right? And then the 3 and the 2 give you a 5, and then you add all the
And all of this happens in your brain.
yes.
Now, can I tell you my wildest guess? It's weird. Like, it's very weird. Because now I always play the guessing game. I always, try.
Guessing game.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Because obviously I'm thinking, okay, 133 plus 52.
Yes.
It's 185 and 183. And I had to guess it's 185. Because it doesn't make sense. 195.
Based
So
on
I
what,
always-
though?
I-
What are your guesses based on? Because guessing is also
If 50 plus 30. For
So
me,
clearly
it's closer
there's-
to 80.
yeah,
right?
no, but then there's some calculation. Then it's not necessarily guessing. You are calculating to a certain extent.
So I'm a genius.
No, you are associating. You know the thing of reading.
Yeah.
Maybe Khokwetswe, what word can I think of? Like the word is bamboozle,
Yeah.
and then you see booze. You know that type of thing. Because ufundele phambili,
Yeah, it's
you
that
are
thing.
associating. So I think it's
Exactly.
association.
That's
for
how
you.
I calculate.
Yeah. But Nelisa came through. Nelisa is saying the answer is A.
It's
and
A.
she came through very quickly.
I'm good with maths. I'm good.
You know what's funny about the math is, hey man, people just run away. So it's like bringing a mic and a camera to a band. Like, yay.
Well, I mean, we've seen how people
Slindile.
can slindile. Awufuna ukuvela.
Awesome.
Already, I mean, we've seen how the mic and the camera freaks people out. Like
Yeah.
that was
So
crazy.
now we don't know if it's the mic that's freaking her
or
out,
the camera.
or the cam,
Yeah.
or the math sum.
Yes.
It's the
Which
maths.
one is it? Maths.
I phela mabona bo
the
33
camera-
na bo 52 like
Okay, no, okay, camera like beganga.
352.
What is 133 plus 52?
Yeah.
133 plus 52.
185.
Okay, so guys, you're gonna be the last ones to answer, ne?
Okay.
Yeah, the last 2 questions, and we'll reveal the answers at the end.
So the next two questions,
Don't
Mo
have
and I are not
answers.
answering.
Now,
Now we'll
Yeah.
answer after.
let the comments come through.
Okay.
So guys, remember, please do not use a calculator. You can use your fingers, your toes, but if you can just use your brain, that will be awesome.
Balaso, is there no balaso?
Okay, so the second sum, what is 12 multiplied by 7?
Okay.
12 multiplied by 7. Is it A, 84, B, 72, or C, 96? Siqale nguSlindile. What is 12 multiplied by 7?
96. 6. Okay, guys, you've got 12 apples, okay? 12 apples, and you've got 7 baskets. 7 baskets with 12 apples. How many apples are there? Maybe it makes sense now.
12 what?
Apples in 7 baskets.
You have 12 apples in 7 baskets.
How many apples in total?
So, okay. I'm at 12, I 2, it's 24. I 4, it's 48. 48 plus 48. 96. Yeah, 96.
That's 12.
Mr. Still
96. Yes.
Okay. Any comments there?
84. No, 48 plus 48.
Zinzi is saying the answer is A, 84.
84.
Okay, maybe let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
For 12 months, I'll pay you 7 rand. How much is it
For
in
12
total? Yeah.
For 12 months,
Yeah.
you are paying me 7 rands.
Yeah. Masay Hlangen after 12 months, how much will it be?
Okay, 7 times 12.
Sorry, I didn't get that. I'm still in my head. So it's 48.
It's 96.
Okay, so guys, you're gonna have to
84.
commit.
Okay.
But it's
Commit
not possible.
commit
guys.
by commenting nani.
Okay. This is 24.
Wait,
Lock lock the answer, Miss lock the
This
answer.
is 24, guys.
Lock the answer.
Like, come on, guys. It's as simple as this is the answer right here. Because now I'm saying this is about 12 about 2. It's 24.
I'm going with A.
24 plus 24.
A.
48 plus 48.
A. I'm going with A.
What?
84. Should I give you my method?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Wait,
Not now.
guys.
Okay.
12 times 7
Commit,
or 7
man,
times
commit.
12.
No, I'm committing. I'm saying A. I'm committing
Okay,
A.
A.
Yeah, I'm committing
Mo?
A.
What am I doing? Endle?
When's
When about 12 by 8
When's
instead of my-
ninja?
Oh,
By
I
7.
counted
Okay,
about
so
8, about
X.
12.
No.
Yeah.
What's commit, guys? Commit.
Okay.
I'm committing
It's
A. I'm saying
84.
A.
Uslini Lute 96, ne?
Yes.
Okay.
84
A.
is the final
Yeah, A is
answer.
the final answer.
Last one, guys. Last one. We've got a minute.
Sheesh, man. Paper
Hey,
one,
this
Mudimo
one's
waka.
difficult, guys.
My easy.
Yo.
My
Boom.
What is 303 minus 270? Okay, 300 minus 270 is 33. What? Yeah.
Wampulaya, you're guessing.
27.
Mo just jump straight in.
So you know why? You know what I always try to do. I think with the rounding offs, ne. I always try to minus the number that has been rounded off because this is like the nearest 100. So I take out 3, salute 300, right? I keep my 3 on myself, and then I'm going to say 300 minus 270 because 30 makes 300, and then I add the 3 again. The answer is 33.
No, Slindila agrees with you.
I agree.
It's 33.
I agree. 33.
You missed. Sakayagi.
No, I go with 33 as well.
It's 33.
Yeah, because 70 plus 3 is the nearest 10.
I understand.
The 7 plus the 3 is the nearest 10. So if you minus the 200 from the 3,
Yeah.
So,
I should be a maths teacher, man.
so guys, thank you so much. So let's go back to the first one. The answer is A.
Yeah.
yes.
185.
And then the second one, the answer is A.
Hey.
And the third one, the answer is A.
So
Yeah.
you went, you know how people,
3 of 3.
this thing,
I passed. Metric. Where's my statement?
you know how people always say that with multiple choice,
Yeah.
you guys so say, with multiple choice, people always choose A, and A will always be the right answer. You know that phenomena.
Yeah.
That myth. Hori, if you choose A will always be the answer.
Be the answer.
So clearly in this case, A
Or even C. C is one of the
will
best
always
guesses.
be the answer. So Zinzi came through, sent us a voice note. Let's quickly listen to what she has to say.
Good morning, Vooka Breakfast Show. Oh my God, you guys are taking me way back.
Yeah.
In my early years of childhood, the way I used to love money.
Exactly.
I'll just tell you.
You
a
don't
funny
anymore.
story, right? So our dad would take us to school, and whenever I asked Kera, I'd be that child that doesn't even say bye-bye. I don't even close the door, motto. And, I'll just be like, even when he would say bye-bye, like I would sulk and just walk away. But funny enough, I'd say, I love you, Daddy. And I was after love, And the thing is, my siblings know I wasn't scared to ask for money.
Yeah.
If we were approaching, ama robot school and they see that our dad is not taking out the money, they would say, Zinzi, ask dad for money. And then I would be courageous and ask for money. Oh yeah, that was funny. But yeah, a great show as always, guys. And yeah, keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I love breakfast show. I love the comments that came through, right? Is that Zinzi came through earlier saying, one funny memory I have about my exams, on a 3-hour paper, some would finish within an hour. Then I'd panic because I thought I missed something.
Yeah.
But I was preparing well in advance for my exams. I love that. And then Nelisha said A. She said C for the second one. Zinzi said A is 84. Smami also said A.
Wow.
Mam Tembi said 84. Nelisha said the answer is A. Smami said A is the answer for the 33. The subtraction question. And then Zinzi came through, says, my method that I used is that it's the normal term for vehicle finance. 6 years is equivalent to 72. Then I added 12 to get 84.
84.
So it's interesting how we associate different sums and multiplications and additions and, to different things that we've picked up on and learned over the years, as we grow up and we become adults ourselves.
You guys did a genius, man. Hey.
I ran away from math more, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I really, really ran away from math. Not that I couldn't do it, but I felt like it required a lot of work. And life was not about to be around maths, and like a structure around, because I knew the kids who did physics, accounting and pure maths in my matric class, they would come more in school. Come on, in the school no in the school attend the come on it's a primary school but matrics would attend the so my classmates would go there Sunday but attend
I remember they also even had the t-shirt branded met something and it's for met students.
So I know I was not about matric chief so it was just those kinds of things, but I ran away from math. So talk to us, what do you think?
Not personally, I think fear was instilled on me.
With regards to math.
Fear was instilled because Rona nerekena school because rabatla feta.
Okay.
But it's only I realized I love life sciences and physical sciences.
Really?
Right, yeah. It's only later when you realize, actually, man, the fear that was instilled in you, it's the fear that affected you because now you're surrounding yourself with, hey, you're sharp, man. You fail. Because I was so scared to fail. I don't know, like I was so scared. Like failure, it's something that I always ran away from. And when you grow up, you learn actually failure is something that we all need to go through.
Absolutely.
Right? It's a learning curve.
Completely.
That we have to go through. Because I know some of the people who have failed during their high school years, primary school years, who became good and became the greatest out there. Because they learned and they were given an opportunity to reflect on the mistakes that they did.
Absolutely.
So Rona, we were like, hey, we were avoiding mistakes. We were always trying to maneuver and avoiding mistakes. Hey, guys, tourism is there. We go to tourism. We avoid all of these subjects, right? But now when you grow up and start to learn, we are physical human beings and physical things take place and happen around us in general life in your own. And then you get to see, no, man, actually, if I took a stance of doing those subjects, I could have understood some of the things.
Yeah, definitely.
But fear was instilled too.
I also was very scared of failure, man. Like, failure was just not in the books for me. Like, I couldn't afford to repeat a grade, my guy. And I won't say like a papa, but I was not a shy kid. And I had a pretty good head on my shoulders. That was the thing. So I think that there was also this perception that understand, like young.
But
speaking of failure,
Sure.
There's a failure yokudlala, guys, where you are capable, but then bodlala.
Yeah.
And you know it. And then there's also that kind of failure where you know you put everything into it,
But you're just not living up
and then
to
you failed.
Yeah.
So which one are we talking about here?
Yo, so
Leokdlala, it's on you.
so mina
And that way you know it, because it can't be a thing of uyakhala, you failed, but udlala.
So for mina, it was not ukdlala, man. But hence ngisho ukuthi it was the failure of being scared, because we have seen how, learners who have failed were being treated like
ridiculed.
Yabo,
Yeah.
ukuthi hayi wena uyikhuzu wena la isikela uyidluzi la la ifoto. So now I'm scared to be called those things.
But
Like I don't want to be called.
Did that not
those
apply to kids who repeated one grade more than once or more than 2 times at least?
For us it changed, even if
Ofeiti
or
why?
Feiti, because remember guys, rona ne re latelwa ke ma 2002 2003 wabo. So you would see these short ones, like I nka stokena le bana bana, you understand? So I'm like, "Hi guys, kamani nkope."
No, for me it was I think just the perception around failing, having to repeat a grade. There was just a thing in J.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still there, but I'm sure it's still there. But it was also for me personally, because I knew and everyone else knew Musi has a good head on his shoulders. He knows how to think, he knows how to problem solve, he knows how to apply his mind.
Yeah.
So young. The one subject that I did fail, I remember back in grade 10, was Afrikaans, Chief. I failed Afrikaans consistently throughout the entire year. Consistently, like so. I saw ne fluctuate like my marksman. So
No
okay, failure so.
improvement.
Like I hated Afrikaans, bro. And the reason I hated so much and the reason I couldn't get to that level or improve was because I beat myself up. All the other subjects, I know how to apply myself.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they come that easy, but I can put effort and I can do well. Yo, Afrikaans Chief, I would sit in the exam room. Verlede tyd, toekomende tyd, die eng. Ek kan goed Afrikaans lees, maar ek het soms ek understand. Mama ngokuthi uthi musu uqeda ukufunda la Chief yo. It frustrated me all the way to my trick, man. But when we're just recapping and touching on all the things that we went through in our high school days, as today is the first day of the final exams for matriculants. In a second or so, we're going to be hanging out with none other than Molalo, who is the founder of Mano Media and an entrepreneur with specialities in media and the space of media. Can't wait to get into that one. A creative vision drives community impact and growth. Can't wait to get into that engagement. But before we get to that, I wanted to give them a very quick history lesson, right?
Yep.
Quick history lesson. But before we even get to that, let's just quickly go rehydrate, grab a glass of water, pay our bills, and then you and I and the rest of the team will see each other right after this. Cool stuff.
You've been gonna wait so long. Since you've been gonna wait. You've been gonna wait so long. I forgot your middle name. I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same. Love it in the worst way. You've been gonna wait. Since you've been gonna wait. You've been gonna wait. I forgot your middle name. I forgot your birthday. Your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Since you've been gonna wait so long.
Why'd you even call me up when I never wanna see ya? I'm just on my way back home, little drunk and alone, but I'd rather kick ya. Even though it's Friday night and I got no plans tomorrow, I could use a bam, 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 but it's not from you, cause I'm not that hollow. Baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your truth,
You know what I'm thinking of more?
Funny how it works.
You know how Extra says, "Are you more? You listen to white music, you." That's just funny for me. It's just funny. Like when I'm listening to this, it's such a feel-good song, right?
Yeah,
It's a feel-good song. But Chef Extra would be like, "I'm more. This one is a white man. This one listens to
you
white
like
music."
white people music.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Still hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm excited. I'm happy to be in your presence and in your company on this lovely Tuesday morning, man.
Yeah.
You know, it just takes me back to yesterday after the show ended, hanging out with Chef Extra. Hey, man, you guys are white people. Why do you listen to this music? That's just funny, man. On a day-to-day basis, we give you all great things that have occurred, throughout the entirety of history. And today is no exception whatsoever. This one is the most recent one, back in 2021, when we were still going through COVID season and, of course, lockdown season. The famous Alec Baldwin shoots a cinematographer by the name of Helena Hutchins. He shoots her dead and injures director Joel Souza with a prop gun during a rehearsal on a film set at Bonanza Creek Ranch in New Mexico. Haibo. Alec Baldwin. Tate Alec. On the 21st of October back in 2021, Alec Baldwin accidentally discharged a prop gun on the set of the film Rust, fatally shooting cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injuring director Joel Souza. The incident occurred during a rehearsal, at Bonanza Creek Ranch in New Mexico. When Baldwin pointed the gun toward the camera, unaware it contained a live round. The tragedy sparked widespread debate over safety protocols in film productions. Amora Hannah Reed was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter, while charges against Baldwin were dismissed in July of 2024. Is that fair though? Mr. B? Is that fair?
On set.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
You're on set.
It's crazy. Involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, so not that, okay, disclaimer, I'm not an attorney or lawyer, but one could argue, but you know.
You knew. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what kind of a prop has live ammunition?
Live rounds, yeah. Yeah. It begs the question, unfortunately. The question.
Wow.
I mean, not unless it's one of those where you've got these guns or props that they just create a sound.
Yeah.
Then maybe I fire it close to your ear, and then you probably have damage done to your ear canal or something.
Or they even emit the gun residue, just for camera purposes. Those sparkly type of things. Just to make it feel and seem and look like
it's a real
gun.
Yeah.
But why would you put in a live round?
But it sounds like a setup, man.
Maybe.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And then another recent one, about 5 years ago, in 2020, at the 19th CMT Video Music Awards, Carrie Underwood and Luke Bryan win. So at the 2020, which was the 19th CMT Music Awards, Carrie Underwood and Luke Bryan were standout winners, with Underwood making history yet again. Carrie Underwood won Video of the Year for Drinking Alone, marking her 8th win in that category, more than any other artist since the awards began back in 2002. Luke Bryan also took home a fan-voted award, continuing his streak as a country favorite. The event, held on the 21st of October in 2020, was co-hosted by Ashley McBride and Ken Brown, and of course Sarah Hyland, and celebrated country music's biggest names in a fully fan-driven format. Very interesting stuff. The last lesson that we have for you is from back in 2007, about 18 years ago, where Finnish Ferrari driver Kim Räikkönen wins the season-ending Brazilian F1 Grand Prix to claim his first World Drivers' Championship by 1 point from Lewis Hamilton. Very interesting stuff. Kim clinched his first and only Formula One World Drivers' Championship at the 2007 Brazilian Grand Prix, ending, or rather edging out Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso by just 1 point. It was held at Sao Paulo's Interlagos circuit on the 21st of October. The race coped a dramatic season finale. Very interesting stuff, man. Today, as is the 21st of October, we are also in celebration of National Apple Day.
Yeah, apples.
One apple keeps what? One apple does what?
One apple keeps what?
One apple a day.
An apple a day
keeps
the doctor away.
Oh, keeps the doctor, not the teacher.
Who said that?
I have what's with this boy? You don't know that saying?
I don't know, but I know that when I'm asked a question, Jorge, do you eat an apple? I ask, which apple?
You mean apple?
Yeah.
Wait.
But we're not
no,
there.
guys, no, there's a difference. No,
between an apple and
Mo
an
is
apple.
right. There's an apple.
Yeah.
So what is Mo saying?
No, I get he's being asked, "Go to do you eat an apples? Like which one?
Which one?
Because there's an apple."
So he wants to eat an apple. It's passing me over. Like, find me, guys. Can I look slow? Can I look tapanya?
Word general. Word general.
Oh wow! General. I ate an apple. Mom, it's an apple. It's not an apple, it's an apple. That's crazy, man. National Apple Day is annually celebrated on the 21st of October and honors the apple's culture, the culinary, and of course the environmental significance. First launched in the UK back in 1990 and sustainable by the charity Common Ground. The day highlights the importance of biodiversity and sustainable agriculture while also encouraging communities to appreciate the over 7,500 apple varieties grown worldwide. It's a time to enjoy apple-based treats, plant trees, and also reflect on the apple's role in health, heritage, and local ecosystems. Very interesting stuff.
When was the last time you ate an apple?
I always try to eat an apple as often as I can. I think about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. How about you?
I think last year.
Okay, it's Wahana.
Guys from the
Wahana. Last year.
He's joking.
Nah.
Are you serious? He's serious.
Oh, the last time I think.
No, man. When we went to
you gave me an apple, man.
When we went to Santa, we had lots of apples. Yeah.
Hey, nobody learned sauce.
But there are okay.
No, miss, there were apples there.
Okay.
You get it?
Sure.
Apples,
I don't.
bit.
Hey,
how's the apple?
No, English.
No, I mean to Mo, like there was a lot of apples to his eyes, like.
So we know that there are different
moment.
kinds, of which one do you like? Apples. No,
I like the golden one.
The golden one.
I like the red.
The red and the golden one.
I like the red.
Oh, yo.
I mean, I eat all. The green.
If you like the green one, you're not normal.
Why?
And I think it's sour.
It's not.
It's
okay.
It's
okay.
That one is not for consumption. Human consumption. Do something else with it.
No, I like the red, but
red and gold, bro.
Yeah, I love apples. Apples and bananas are my favorite.
Guys, the problem with the red one is that there's like a different strain in J where when you bite into it, sangati baba.
Okay.
When it's overly ripe.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I remember in primary they used to give us give you the apples. Yeah, and like you would, take a bite and you would it's not the one.
I enjoy them, man. I love apples. I love the like really red ones. Yeah, man. When it's really red, I love.
When you take a bite, there.
Yeah, man. You can taste.
I want to take a bite, man.
Talk to me more. Who's celebrating their birthday? Of the celebrated individuals in our society.
Yeah, man, you know that we always up in our socials in terms of looking into who is growing up and how old they're turning.
Yes.
And you might, find it interesting that some of the people that you have followed, man, and not know anything about their age. They're so shocking, man, because I've learned Paul Mashatile is 24 years.
Hi, man. No, man, stop playing around.
But that was a joke. But some of the birthdays that we have today, highlighting people who are in the political landscape and the political, of course, dynamics. Kenny Kunene is one of the people who are growing up, man. And of course, Kenny Kunene was born in 1970 on this day.
Sure.
Right? And he is turning 55 years old. Rise to fame, we know Kenny Kunene for that reality show, I go ETV with golden Lamborghinis, golden carpets, and
sushi.
Yeah, man. So Kenny rose from prison to prominence as businessman, the sushi king, and outspoken political leader. Interesting fact about Kenny Kunene is that he was imprisoned at the age of 15 for leading student protest in the Free State. Yeah, so he was an active political member back in the days. That's why till today, Mo, Gayton McKenzie, they prefer him to be in the forefront because right now he is back as the MEC of transport, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. Because PA was like, if you do not reinstate Kenny Kunene, we are actually cutting ties with the GNU. And they were panicking, and Kenny Kunene is back, right? But yeah, that's Kenny Kunene's birthday that we're highlighting. And then the next one is still in the political landscape. Paul Mashatile, as mentioned, man. Paul Mashatile was born on the 21st of October 1961, and of course he is turning 64 years. Do you know who Paul Mashatile is? Paul Mashatile is a what?
I don't know.
And it's the question, and that I took it for granted, when that girl got TikTok. Most of us don't know who is the deputy president of South Africa. Yeah,
but what Paul Mashatile
someone thinks
like
David Mabuza is
no, Paul Mashatile like, Chief, what are you doing as the deputy president? Like, do something, Chief. Like, give people jobs. Like,
man.
Do something. You know that thing of saying Motaki Manyenza something like ungakhuluma English kuphela man. Abantu umsebenzi jive iba active emphakathini. That's funny.
Yeah, man. So Paul rose from anti-apartheid activism to deputy president, shaping ANC strategy and national leadership as you know him. So interesting fact about Paul is that he once served as a Minister of Arts and Culture, a role that placed him at the intersection of politics and creative expression. Before becoming South Africa's deputy president, he helped shape the cultural narrative of a post-apartheid nation, bridging activism with artistic legacy. So it is very important, guys, to know if you are living in a certain province, you have to know, guys, who is the mayor. If you are living in a country, who's the president, who is the deputy president of the country, so that you can profile these people, get information in terms of where they're coming from. Because some of us, we're like, my dream is to become a president, but you don't know what it takes to become a president. So study these people, right? So Paul Mashatile is celebrating his birthday. I know Horediabo today go cabineting, Kliwa Makeke, left, right, and center.
Why Makeke?
Gumnandi. Another one that we have right here, man, is Blanca Suarez.
Yes.
Right? She was born on this day in 1988, and she is turning 37 years. You're asking yourself, what does she do and how did she rise to fame? So, Spanish film and television actress who became known for American audience for her performance in the 2011 film The Skin I Live In. In 2017, she began starring at the Netflix series Cable Girls. In 2019, she played Sarah in the movie Despite Everything. And then one of the interesting things about her that you did not know about Blanca Suarez is once starred in the Pedro Almodovar film, marking a major milestone in her career. She played Norma in The Skin I Live in 2011, a psychological thriller directed by legendary Spanish filmmaker, which helped elevate her international profile. So those are the celebrity birthdays that we have, that we are highlighting. I know Horloena o comrade out there, Paul Mashatile, Kenny Kunene, those are your people to wish happy birthday to on this day. But if you know anyone who is growing up and you would like to give them a huge birthday shout out, please hop on the comment section and let us know their name, and then of course, man, we'll give them a special shout out. With that being said, to everyone who is growing up out there, we would like to wish you a
happy birthday! Woohoo! Yeah!
Hip hip!
hip hip!
Hooray!
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 Nice one, man. Happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating their birthdays. Do you know anyone more celebrating their birthday today?
No, man. I'm not like you.
You're not like me.
Hey, me, I'm not like you. When are your friends' birthday? Every month.
That's funny.
Not every month, every week.
Yeah, I know someone. I know a lot of people more.
Any beautiful picture?
And I celebrated
beautiful lady
today. There is, but no, I'm not gonna wish that. There is. There actually is. There is someone I know.
Bless us.
What is he?
No, no. I don't know. I'll see next year around this time if I
just decide not to.
Yeah, no, not today. Not today.
But do it for us. Do it for the members.
Mr. Mo, I know we have inventions. Talk to me.
Yeah, man.
That have contributed, right, to making all our lives slightly easier, man, on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah,
what do we have today?
So today we have what we call the lightning rod. You know, the lightning rod. What is it, and where is it coming from? Who invented it? Such questions. It's a question that we need to ask each and every time we hear of an invention. Maybe you're going to cover some of the things that we use right here. Who invented this mic? Who invented this, cable and things like that?
Mic.
Right. So the lightning rod right there, as you can see on your picture, because it consists of a lot of things. That what is it? It's a system that intercepts the atmospheric electric discharge and conducts it safely to Earth. Rona ke rebe ya mataera. Those are our lightning rods. Yeah. So
that's very funny.
The effects of lightning can cause damage to people, buildings, failure of electronic equipment, and fire. Back in Slovo, while we used to live in Slovo, till today, but one piggy saga story say like lightning ekilenya shapa ya bulambo, boko front ya bulambo, boko morago gape. And then radio was dead, amp was also dead. Right, like it was
lightning hit your house.
Yeah,
and
it did.
Made a hole.
Yes. So we were opening doors. So apparently they say if we close the windows, if the windows were closed but the door was open, we were all going to lose our lives. Because once it strikes, it needs to escape.
Oh, yes.
Understand that? So we were lucky.
Wait, they're saying if the windows were closed and the doors were open.
The door, yeah.
So this time around,
the door was open.
The door was open. Wait, what are you saying?
If the door is open and the windows are closed, the chances of you losing your life
are high.
If a lightning strikes at your house.
So the doors were closed but the windows were open.
Yes.
Okay.
Then it was able to escape.
Okay.
Well, that's why punze mabota kwa. Netlo punya rona. So the other elements that are needed are the down conductors, the earthing system. They put copper around the house, to prevent lightning from striking the house. And then they also need a surge protection, equipotential bonds. So the types that are existing, the rods are the Ellie steamer, the emission air terminals, Franklin rods, and the mesh conductors. How is it installed? All lightning rods must be installed according to their reference standard. How do I know if I should install a lightning rod? Because right now, pulayana, and with the thunderstorms, the possibilities of lightning,
high.
They're high.
Yeah.
So a risk calculation determines whether the structure needs the lightning rods. So you can contact these people. Go at 3w.com. It's at 3w.com if you want to install a lightning rod. So this was invented by Benjamin Franklin. Right, in the mid 18th century to protect buildings from lightning strikes by safely channeling electrical charges into the ground.
Yeah.
So Franklin's fascination with electricity led him to conduct a groundbreaking experiment, including his famous 1752 kite experiment, which proved that lightning is a form of electricity. Building on this insight, he designed a lightning rod, a metal rod mounted atop buildings and connected to the ground via a wire. When lightning strikes, the rod safely conducts and the electrical charge away from the structure, preventing fires and electrocution. Right? We know a province that is famous for the lightnings.
Which province?
So we are trying to find out if a lightning rod will prevent us from, being hit by lightning.
Which province is that?
It's in here. We have 9 provinces.
Which one?
We have 9 provinces.
You are profiling provinces, Chief.
Yeah, I've also heard that province is famous. You can even buy it and put it in a box of match.
Hi, Bonjalo.
Yeah.
Hi, Bonjalo. You are buying electricity.
Yeah, you're buying lightning.
You know.
Yeah.
Very fascinating stuff. Interesting, man. Like we said earlier on, we're celebrating the 294th day, and it also marks that there are only 71 days left to the year. What do you have planned, man? And with 71 days, it is inclusive or equivalent to only 9 weeks. So talk to us. What do you have planned for the rest of the year? 2 months, 2 weeks that are left to the year. But still on a day-to-day basis, we also still try to give you words that are aimed at improving both yours and our day-to-day spoken languages, our speech patterns, and of course, ultimately, our vocabularies. And today is no exception whatsoever. On a Tuesday morning, the 21st of October 2025. For the time right about now, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. The word of the day for the 21st of October 2025 is palaver. Palaver is the word for today. This word is a noun. How you spell this word is as follows. Palaver. That's Palaver. Palaver. The definition or the meaning of this word is as follows. Prolonged or idle talk, unnecessary or elaborate discussion. That's prolonged or idle talk, unnecessary or elaborate discussion. Very interesting stuff. How you can use this word in a sentence is as follows. The meeting was all palaver, no decisions, just noise. The meeting was all palaver, no decisions, just noise. Similar words would include babble, chatter, and waffle.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Sentence usage?
Oh, palaver.
Yeah. We'll find the correct pronunciation.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, man, that I have met, you know, everything we just spoke about in J, and the talk that we had was just palaver. Because I know people who push time by just talking in J. You know, and I've met those people, they're not even aware that they're doing that.
Okay.
Right? So, yeah, back in the days, you know, I have met people, all they would do, man, was to palaver.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's you sometimes avoiding a situation.
Sure.
Or you avoiding to go somewhere.
Sure.
And all you do is to palaver. Like, dude, go home.
That's funny.
Just go home, bruh. You
That's
know.
funny.
Yeah, motho tswere go coding up until 11 o'clock kwa bosigo. Bua, and like, dude. And there's nothing you say. But like, there's nothing you say.
It's just noise.
Yeah, it's just noise.
Mr. B, sentence usage?
So this is something that actually happened.
Okay.
There's a guy that I ghosted.
That's funny.
Because my fear is that the discussions would just end up being
palaver.
Yeah. Or the reason I ghosted him was because I didn't want a palaver discussion.
I was about to say, is it palaver or palaver?
Palaver. Yeah, I ghosted him because he loved talking about girls. So,
why?
Of course. Yeah, because it will end up in a palaver discussion.
I see. Let's find the correct pronunciation
of palaver. Palaver.
Palaver.
Palaver. That's interesting. When you know one pronunciations. That's the word for today. Talk to us. How would you use this word in a sentence? Looking forward to your engagement, man. Already on our comment section, when we were talking all things high school and matrics and calculations, Zinzi came through earlier on. Oh, we've said that one. So Mami said, nah, I'm not going to lie. I hated maths and failed it with flying colors. I don't blame it. Maths is a subject.
Flying colors.
And then Zinzi saying, lol, Smami, not you failing with flying colors. That's funny, man. Smami saying, lol, the way I didn't care na corner. Like, hi, Angikola Poshem. And then Zinzi just came through saying, to all scholars, just skip the palaver and focus on preparing for your exam. Nice one, Zinzi. Nice one.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. In just a few minutes, we're going to be hanging out with Obutimo Lalo, who's going to join us on the table of discussion, talking all things, media and all the spaces that he is involved in. I can't wait to get into that one. I'll tell you just before you join us, Obutimo Lalo. Earlier on, we were talking about the animation that goes into some of our national radio broadcasters, especially with association to Vanak SABC radio stations, where we play a bit of music in the background right now, and I'm talking like this.
Yeah.
Mo, we're not there's that caricature animation, so I can't wait to get into that conversation. But the time right up now is 26 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock. Let's quickly go pay our bills, and then of course Mr. Monalo is going to join us on the topic of discussion. Cool stuff.
너와 나의 paradise 높여 계속 가야 해 이 설레임이 사라지기 전에 저 멀리 떠나볼까 발끝이 닿는 곳으로 오직 둘만의 비밀인 거야 아무런 고민도 하지 말고 저 바닷속으로 뛰어들어보자 아주 잠시 눈을 감고 하나 둘 입을 맞추고 불길을 던져 널 지나 맘 가는 대로 훌쩍 다른 vibe 조금씩 다가오는 맘을 따라 맘 가는 대로 let's ride 발길 닿는 대로 try 여기라는 vibe 끝없는 이 밤 위로 fly high 아무 걱정 말고 let's fly 이 밤을 향해 red and white come on 둘만 아는 곳으로 너와 나의 paradise 지금 우리의 마음 이대로 멈추지 마 red and white 오늘따라 모든 게 Love me or hate me, God knows you made it when he let his eyes on me. 여기 네 눈이 날 바라보는 눈빛이 이미 다 말해줘. I ain't gonna let anyone keep me down. No, no, you just gotta keep up 'cause I ain't gonna stop down. No, everyone just wanna get to know you. 이미 시작된 걸. How could you think I'm sweet? I'm sweet, so sweet. You got stung by honeybee. You just wait and see. How could you think I'm sweet? I'm sweet, so sweet. 저희 키스는 없을 거야. 아마도 그럴 거야. Lazy lover under covers. 너 지금 이 느낌. Eating biscuits, sharing secrets. Now it's just you and me. I ain't gonna let anyone keep me down. No, no, you just gotta keep up 'cause I ain't gonna slow down. No, everyone just wanna get to know you. 이미 시작된 걸. I'm sweet, I'm sweet, so sweet. You got stung by honeybee. You just wait and see. How could you think I'm sweet? I'm sweet, so sweet. 저희 키스는 없을 거야. 아마도 그럴 거야. How could you think I'm sweet? I'm sweet, so sweet. You got stung by honeybee. You just wait and see. How could you think I'm sweet?
Still hang out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, man. We're still giving you some great music, great tunes to get you filled up, to get you going. Get up, smell the coffee, and get going on a Tuesday morning, man. The time right about now, 33 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, the 21st of October 2025. Still taking such good care of you. Hanging out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I've still been excited. I'm happy to still be in your presence and in your company, man. And you know how you and I can engage, right? Jump on into our comment section. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Our interaction still continues on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and Mo and Mr. B and of course Obuti Molano can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. If you've ever wanted to find out about all things media studies, media specialities, and of course just the space of business, this next conversation, the engagement that Mo and I are about to have is one that you absolutely do not want to miss out on. Tell a friend to tell another friend that Jolo Makelo, and spread it as far and as wide as you can. That Musi Mist and of course the son of Mother Nature, Mokete Maimane, are on the table and the desk of discussion. I wanted the word. You know how certain words will run away and you know. So Mr. Mo, talk to me. How are you feeling?
Hey man, I'm feeling good, man, because I think the conversation we're about to dive in right now, it's all things media.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's also very important to talk about something that we are doing.
Absolutely.
Yes, we have different guests from different fields, you know, coming to teach us about what they do. But this one, I think it also talked to us as much as we are also involving the audience to come in and you know, share their perspective, their opinions, and their sentiments. But I am, you know, very interested and can't wait to, you know, get in conversation with Mr. Mulalo.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're perhaps wondering who Mr. Mulalo is. Please give me the pronunciation of your surname.
Maenganya.
Yes. I'll tell you in a second why I'm so interested and why I want to find the correct, pronunciation. But Mulalo Maenganya is a visionary entrepreneur and of course a media specialist committed to transforming creativity into thriving business ventures. As the founder of Mano Media, a Johannesburg-based creative agency, he leads the production of impactful films, live streams, and of course brand campaigns that restore or that resonate across South Africa's cultural landscape. Already, by that description alone, man, by that description, it sounds intriguing. It sounds like the work that you do on a day-to-day basis is so fascinating. Yeah. You know, you get to engage quite a lot of different characters and individuals, you know, and I can imagine some of the people that you have come across. But welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, my brother. We appreciate you taking the time, man, to come and hang out with us on this lovely Tuesday morning. Yeah. The reason that I want to find the correct pronunciation to your surname is that I myself am someone who grew up having people mispronounce my name. So instead of Musi, which is double M-U-S-I, they would say Musi. Yeah. You know, things of that nature. Yeah. Or Mweke, it is Mwakata, or you know, things of that nature. So knowing how to pronounce someone's name for me also has a story behind it. Yeah. You know, because before all the spaces that you're involved in, you're an individual first. True. So let's start there. Yeah. Who is Obuti Molalo? How do you get to the space of being in business and in the media space, man? And to get to where you are right now today, you know? Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, it's okay. Who's Mulalo? Mulalo is I don't know if I should mention my age, but yeah.
Look, it's up to your discretion.
And an interesting fact about you.
Yeah, I'm no longer youth, so I've moved out of that category.
So youth is categorized as
35.
13 to 35.
Yeah.
So you're 35 and plus.
Yeah, and
okay,
plus,
I see you.
You're an elder now.
So I'm born in Soweto.
Yes, sir.
I grew up here. I'm Venda speaking, and Limpopo is home, man. Yeah. So Africa is home. So I came up. My first encounter with cameras was through my dad. My dad was in politics. Yeah. From a young age, he would buy his camera to go shoot his politics stuff,
Yeah.
I guess he would be the photographer.
Yeah.
I'd always take the camera, mess it up, and lose it.
Sure.
And he'd buy another one. And he was very strict, so he never grilled me on the loss of the cameras and stuff. So, so that's my low-key introduction to, cameras and stuff like that. So as I grow up, I go into media space. I'm not directly into media.
Yeah.
I actually went into security. Spent 10 years as a security specialist.
Really?
I was a technologist in security, cybersecurity and stuff like that. So, but I lost my passion, I guess. I lost the drive to sort of chase that specific field. When I looked at the higher ups and what was happening where I was, I couldn't see myself, intentionally pursuing that route. So by then I'd already been fiddling around with photography and stuff, and I'd spent quite a lot of time in that space. And here we're talking around 2013, 14. I was still in corporate and fiddling around with photography. So until I decided to transition officially into, the media space. So that's when I came out of corporate and decided to start my journey as a business person or entrepreneur in the media space.
Yeah.
Started off doing photography, got exposed to some very amazing people, very inspirational, very energy-driven people that showed me to say I can do more than just photography. I'm capable of doing more. And I started exploring, and doors kept opening up, and I kept learning, and I was like, wow, I was overloaded by the opportunities that are out there for people that are in media, and it became a journey of self-discovery, self-identity.
Yeah.
Now there's so much that I can do, and I am trying to do the many things that I see, but what do I really want? Like, who am I? And because every little thing that I do works, right? I go there, it works for me. I go here, it works for me. And I started to now ask myself, what do I really want? And then I started studying the industry, trying to understand how to navigate the space and energize talent. So Mano Photography became Mano Media, and we started then. The we discussion started. So it wasn't just me. I had a team of members that were there helping us to find business, and we would move from working in Gauteng, shooting photography, videography, and we moved into media strategy. And we did a lot of things, and we started providing our services nationally, because then we increased our,
scaling up now.
So now we can service you in Cape Town, Limpopo, Gauteng, wherever you are in South Africa. We can be able to assist you, whether it's strategy, content strategy, or media strategy, or just content creation as in general. And that got me exposed to a lot of back-end information, right? When you put out a campaign and it goes live and people can see it on the socials, what's happening from a data analytics perspective, how do we then justify a return on investment to a client who came through and said, I want to run a campaign, I've got 30,000 rands. How do you prove that campaign got the clients to where they wanted to be? So you're now looking at the data, you're now looking at how people are responding to the ad on a data perspective, and you opened up to so much more. So each time you try something else, more information comes back. So that's where I am currently. But psychologically, where I really am at the moment is I'm at a point where I really want to take the content that we can create and help ourselves, right? Because the majority of us are creating content for other entities, other people, other brands, and you need to keep your hands on the dial to try that and find that next brief, to find that next client. But you are so good at creating content. Hence, these people are the ones who come to you because they believe in the power of your creative energy.
Yes, sir.
Why can't you use that power for yourself? So that brings me to the YouTube channel. So in 2024, I decided I'm going to try this out. I'm going to take my creativity and make it work for me and the people around me. But I just didn't want to create another YouTube channel. I just didn't want to create another platform that people generally look at and pass by. So I thought, let me help share South Africa's story. Yeah. Where are we as a country right now? Long before what's happening now in the news space with the Mkwanazis and stuff.
Yes, sir.
We started in January with the podcast, and we wanted to just hear South Africans and, you know, sort of find out what are we struggling with as a country. And we started the YouTube channel. January the 12th, we posted our first video. We had 0 subscribers.
It's crazy.
Wow.
End of January, I think, on the 12th of Feb. Yeah,
a month later.
Which is a month later.
Yes,
we were already YouTube partners. I think by then we had close to 30,000 subs.
It's crazy.
Right?
End of Jan.
Within a month.
Okay.
So we then pushed from end of Jan to now, which is what? October.
Sure.
9-10 months down the line. We, I think, are at around 80,000 subs now. Yeah, and you know, I feel like that's what impact is for me.
Yeah.
When you do something that helps someone some way recognize or realize something they didn't know.
Yeah.
And when you actually, you know, one of the biggest things that happened was when we had a podcast that actually just, you know, created an uproar in the country, where you had protests all over and people just, you know, just feeling a certain way about a story that you shared.
Sure.
And that for me is impact. You know, we all are creating content, but what impact does that content have to the people around you? So I feel like we as content creators, we are just as important as doctors.
Yeah.
You're just as important as a policeman or whoever it is that sees themselves as professional in the industry. I mean, I don't see a difference between me as a content creator and a lawyer. You know, we are as important because without me, he's not visible. He's not seen. His story is not told the way that people receive it. So I feel like that's where I am as a, you know, media specialist, where I can advise people on how to get the most reach on their content and how to get the results that they want from the content, but not just create content with purpose and content that seems to want to drive people somewhere.
Impact driven.
Yeah.
Content that has substance.
Definitely.
Basis, knowledge, information.
Definitely.
Because we're seeing, and I'm smiling as you're talking, and I'm resonating, because we are in a time where we're experiencing quite a lot of people who perceive themselves, describe themselves, classify themselves as content creators, right? Look, as Muslimist, I'm not out there to judge or to dictate for anyone, right? I'll make an example or an analogy of someone says, I'm an artist, me. You know? And if you were to sit down and have an engagement with them and a conversation and really ask them, what does artistry mean? Or what is artistry? What is someone who is a creative in the creative and artistic spaces, and that person chances are will not, or a lot that I've seen, especially nowadays recently, they cannot respond to that question, you know, and so we use these terms very loosely. So in my very humble 2 cents worth of an opinion, and so the age of content creation, the age of social media has seen just about anyone taking up this role, but not understanding the implications, right? And the requirements and the responsibilities that come with being someone who shares whatever. You are on the online space, and we've come to a point in an age where conventional media is no longer the driving force for information and knowledge. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And so we find ourselves consuming I would say, you know, to try and
things.
you know, fleeting, very fleeting information and fleeting sort of type of content, you know, where now it's also pushed content creators to create content that captures you in the first 30 seconds. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's like, yo, what's happening? And then you're bored in like 30 seconds, 1 minute. You can't sit there for a good 5 minutes and watch a video that is impact driven and digest this information, understand them more. So it's about how can I get someone glued and I can more profiling on TikTok or on YouTube if the impression comes up, things of that nature. But when we talk about impact, how do you balance or navigate the space of creative vision and the need for social or cultural impact as well? Because like I said, there are a lot of implications, contributing variables and factors when you sit down and say, okay, I want to create this piece of content. Who is it going to affect?
Yeah.
Who is it for?
Yeah.
Who's going to consume? Who am I targeting when I'm producing this piece of content? Especially now where you find yourself that you have about 80,000 people who are subscribed to your channel.
Yeah.
So that's a huge variety of people, an array of characters and personalities.
Yeah.
So how do you balance and navigate that space?
So with content, there's, for me, maybe let's start with the creative vision.
Sure.
We are living in a time of, information overload.
Sure.
There's a lot of content out there.
Sure.
And it seeks to service the different appetites that exist in industry. So that's the first thing. And that speaks to you as a content creator to say that your vision will impact the content you create. So your vision in this specific time and place has got a place, regardless of what it is. We've seen people that are doing horrible things get the most amazing numbers, right? So which means whatever vision you have, I'm not saying people must go out there and do bad things, but I'm saying whatever vision you've got, lovely as it is, it's got a space and an audience out there, right, in terms of the vision. So the question is, in what frame are you creating? Are you creating for yourself or are you creating for the audience, right? And what then impacts your retention is the fact that you are not creating heartfelt, rich content that people can resonate with because you're creating on the basis of what other people need. So you continue to release content that seems amazing at first glance, but when we dive deeper, we don't find you. We don't find the personality. We don't find that element of creation that God put within you. We just find information. You were speaking about the personality and how you
the caricature animation of conventional radio.
And that's partly an element of something that you experienced when you got into industry and a series of other things that you've come to find, which all of those experiences come together to create the person that you are. And once you recognize the person that you are and you create from that standpoint, there's no way we're going to fall in love with the person you are because you are complex. And now the vision is easy because I'm just telling people my story. It's no longer about aligning with the algorithm or, pushing the public narrative in terms of what's happening. I can simply get on camera and tell you my story and you'd be fascinated. So your creative vision needs to be very intentional. If you're going to jump into a space and create content and that content is not tied to you, you need to understand the dynamics of that industry that you're going into. Which I feel is the difference between people that really create content that moves and content that doesn't. Because there's a guy who posts a video and then he forgets about it. You'll check it out again next week on Monday because someone on a YouTube video told him that he can post once a day and it was fine with him.
Algorithm.
So there's another person who is so obsessed by this content creation thing that he can't help but post 3 times because he wants the numbers. He wants to see what's happening at the back. And once he's posted, once he sees, he's going to try and study what did this video work? Why didn't this one work? And, that's creating with intention. So your vision should be intentional and the kind of content you create should be very direct. People should not be confused about what you're doing. So if you check Hope Revolution, it's just a portion of the person I am.
I see.
I want to touch base with people, get to know them. What are you struggling with? Let's talk about it. And it's not about me. It's about creating a space for other people. So in the interview, I hardly really talk. I'm just asking questions. And then, Haibo, what happened? Really? He did that? And how did you feel about it? It's about the other person.
I see you.
So we're very intentional about that space. Whereas if you look at how we work in the media space when we're creating content. It's about the client.
Yes.
What are your objectives? What do you want? What would be the best result for you in this case? And then we try to justify those results using the data analytics or the analytic reports that we'll then get from the platforms. So create it with intention, and don't look down on yourself. You have been created to create.
I love that.
Creatives, man.
I love
and
that.
I think it takes us back to the platform you were in, the name of the show that you were in, to say this show is all about the creatives, the mindset and the people who put the work behind everything that they're doing in their work. So I'm glad that you mentioned information, because there's a guy who said, especially our generation, we are facing and suffering from what we call information fatigue. So much information is being pumped to a point that you don't even know what kind of information you have, like what's the right information
to consume.
And to a point that when you start your creative journey, now that has paved a way of you to say, no, in this industry you have to follow the numbers, right? Because now it has messed up your mindset of you being yourself. As you said, you have to be unique, and your unique self is also complex. So now it takes me back to yesterday. As today, the matriculants, right, they have started writing, and a lot of them, they are so confused in terms of choosing their careers. And they are now heading towards, and they're starting to love this creative industry, because we are seeing a lot of kids coming on TikTok and saying, you know what, I love media. Right? And you mentioned that this has to have like passion. I know someone out there who says, I'm doing this, and they think numbers are the one that determines if I am passionate about what I am doing, and we are seeing them now traveling and also finding themselves in wrong paths. So other influencers and creators out there, they are now advising these young ones, because now you are stressed of numbers. You would think that person is passionate about what they're doing, and you're like, maybe I also have to follow the same step. And we know that the creative journey is not easy. So now talk to us in terms of the mindset and the principle, that helped you to be in this creative journey.
Okay, so maybe before we get into mindset, you talked about information overload. What do you need to counter that? You need to have proper filters. You need to have proper filters. When you're going through content and you're watching stuff, a lot of us are just consuming, low key. We're not really even checking what we're looking for. Simple example, you get a WhatsApp message, your phone vibrates now. When you open your WhatsApp, when you open your phone, there's 3 other notifications that are there that are not connected to the notification that pulled you in. Next thing you know, you're on Instagram. Before you go to the
actual
WhatsApp,
message that just came through your right.
You don't have filters. You do not have filters, right? Your phone rings so many times. I don't answer every call that comes in. I've got filters. There are calls which I deem as very important regardless of where I am. There are calls which I will not pick up. That's a general example of someone who's got filters. So back to you being intentional. When you go online and you are on, you're on the internet, you're on YouTube, you're on ChatGPT, wherever you are, what are you doing? Okay, as a student, I'm trying to see how I can make the best, or I'm in a space where I'm trying to validate whether this is a career I can go into. So these kids that are coming out of matric now, they're not like us. There's so much data out there, right? And there's so much proof out there justifying the nuances of whatever it is that you want to do. They're not like us when the parents was like, electrical engineering. Then I went there, I did the 6 months course, entry, whatever. I didn't even collect the results. Because to me, that thing was just not part of who I am. So these kids today are not like us. They have the right to tell the parent, this is what I want to do, and this is why. But the why is now, part of that mindset. Why do you want to do this? Because great leaders ask great questions. They don't keep giving answers. if you go to your therapist, what they do is they ask you good questions.
Yeah.
So if, as a young person, you are unable to ask relevant questions today about tomorrow, you will find that you're going to have a bleak. So the mindset is to be intentional.
Yeah.
For me, that goes to every corner of what I do. If I were a student today, I would ask myself, what do I want to do? Right? And I don't know what I want to do. That's where I am. That's where most students are. Right? I've got ChatGPT. What should I be doing as a student? Right? And then I've got so many answers. I can intensively say, for now, I don't know. Let me be honest about where I am.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I want to do. Yeah.
Right? That's where I am.
Yeah.
Can I intensively do some research with regards to what I can do?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that will lead you on a path of self-discovery. So
Yes.
being intentional about where you are, and also being honest. A lot of us are not honest about our current stance or where we are. So the big mindset is being intentional. Because once you start to ask the right questions, you will then begin to have the proper traction. And my big question is always why.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do what you want to do? Oh, I want to do this because 1, 2, 3. And what will that give you? It will give me this. And why do you want that? You know?
I see you.
Okay, once you get that, what you want, what will it do for you?
Yeah.
So you're diving deeper and
Deeper,
right?
at the COVID,
Yeah, so as a student, start with being intentional. Start with trying to find out what you really want before you sign up with a university and you find yourself wasting time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy.
It
But
is, man.
I mean, live streaming plays quite a huge role
Yeah.
in your work, right? And I want us to talk about what a successful, a high functioning level of success looks like for a live production, right?
Okay.
And also in the same breath, I want us to dive into the behind the scenes of it all.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, you sat here for about 20-30 minutes and you saw what it looks like versus what it looks like this.
But yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So this is what people are seeing right now. But you were able to come in, sit for a couple of minutes, and see the inner workings to a certain degree. Oh, okay, this is how these guys look.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what goes into. Oh, okay. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So what does a very productive and a very successful live stream production look like? And also walk us through the behind the scenes of the high stakes, live broadcast that people perhaps might not necessarily understand, especially with a young girl, a young boy who's out there who says, hey, I want to be a content producer.
Yeah.
I want to be a content creator,
Yeah.
but doesn't understand that there's inner workings, there's nuances,
Yeah.
there's small intricacies that you really have to nail down
Yeah.
before you can get to a point where you have about 80,000 subscribers on a platform. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I think for live streaming, because you are live,
Sure.
The first thing before you even go live would be to determine the objective and the goal.
Yeah.
And that is something of a point of departure for most, services that I render. I want to understand what your objective is. So for live streams, you guys are doing a morning show.
Sure.
So then the objective there would be to just make sure that you've got returning viewers.
Sure.
You've got a community that really loves what you guys do.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you want to push an element of community. You also want to increase, the viewers that are currently watching.
Yeah.
You also want to push brand and merch. You also want to monetize the platform in different ways. I don't know what ways you can do it, but there's a lot. But the first point of departure, if you're going to live stream, would be to find out why do you want to do it, and we're back to the why again.
Yeah.
Because then it tells you the what. After we know why we want to do this, then it's easier for us to then say, okay, sharp. If we're going to do a media statement briefing, how many platforms is this going out to? Right. So now I am Mkwanazi sitting there briefing the nation. Who needs to see this?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to make sure that this goes to as many news outlets as possible,
Media houses
as possible. So we need to make sure that technically when our guys when they set up the stream, they've got all the details, all the technical details are ready. And we will send out notifications, and that PR element also goes in as well to say, how do you approach? Who are your contacts? How far are we sending this thing? So that when we do go live, it just explodes. Right? Okay, are we also sending this to YouTube? Okay, if we're going to stream on YouTube, how do we then share it with the people that might be on Zoom who might also want to tap in? People on Facebook, do we want to send it there as well? So you need to understand the complexities of your client's expectations. You need to understand the complexities of what you are doing, because you are the client sometimes. So what's the best way to do it right now? So if you're live streaming, then how many cameras do you need? How many people are going to be talking? How many mics do you need? How many mixers? How many vision mixers? This
complex, man.
It's
deeper than what people think.
It's so technical. Then you've got signal. You've got network. Sharp. How's the signal doing? Are we binding the signal? Is it a signal? Where? So sorry. Where is this signal going to? It gets so technical. But I think for a person who's sitting at home thinking of how to get into that space, we don't want to give you mental blocks. I think the main intention is to say you can scale it. This is a live stream that is done at a minimal scale, which is done very well in my perspective. And it's very consistent, and that's the objective that we want to get to. So I think if you're going into the live streaming space and you are new at it, do it for yourself first before you can render it as a service to other people.
For other people,
learn to understand the technical limitations or the technical issues that you're going to experience. If you do get a big project, hello. We're here to assist you.
Yeah, Mulalo is here to assist you. Man. I love that. And I love just how you just pointed out some of the technical aspects of it. I remember back, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was just the beginning of February when we went live for the first time as the Vooka Breakfast Show. And it was a Friday afternoon. And Mr. P over here was like, guys, let's just go live. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it feels like in the room, on the table. Let's see, the technicalities of camera angles and mics and balancing. Do we play music? Do we not? Let's just go live. And, I think the first 20 episodes, today we are doing 161 episodes, since February. Thanks, my brother. The first 20 episodes versus where we are now, sheesh, man. We can also see, and I don't want to sound like we're tooting our own horns, but we can see the improvement, because it's an ever-growing product. It's an ever-growing living thing, man. It's not just by a live Monday to Friday. Hey, Chief, there's a lot that goes into this,
technical,
very, very, very. So, but you heard earlier on I spoke about the evolution of media and mass media, that is, and how consuming content has evolved and has changed over the years as well, right? Where some years ago, I would say 30 years ago, this is back in 95, right? Radio was probably one of, if not the biggest way of sharing and giving information, right? And then we saw the evolution of the TV as well. Pop TV, Simu, the black and white TVs. I don't know more if you're relating here.
I'm too young for this.
The winding TV. You remember the winding TV? The station. Some people get the station. No, so with the channel, but there has been an evolution as to how content is put out there and how audiences receive it and consume it. All right. So now, how do you then now, as a content creator or as someone who is in business, for example, as you are also in the business space with Mano Media, right? How do you channel yourself to make sure that when you go, because we're seeing businesses now, I mean, there's one that I saw, a security company. Now they are doing productions themselves, where they are pretending like they are arresting someone and they are chasing. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
There's thought that went into that, right? And there is a certain target market that they hope that content will get to those people. If you are someone who's looking for a security company, we're the best people. You see how quickly we get suspects,
Yeah.
So there's mass media, there's mass propaganda media as well, and the evolution has looked different, has changed over the years, and the kind of people they are targeting, and the audiences rather, has changed over the years. So how does one navigate that space of knowing exactly who to target, how to create and curate the type of content that you want to put out there, and the creative process behind it, I guess, essentially, and the different mediums, of course. For example, we are radio meets TV. So when we're sitting like this, it's a more radio feel with the headphones and the mics, but we can switch it up. Behind you, there's a screen, delve into the TV side of things. We can switch it up, go on the other set where we can go on cultures. So we're trying something different ourselves, right? So how do you differentiate and navigate the space of creating the piece of content and essentially putting out there to the relevant people?
Yeah. So I think let's also talk a little bit about the industry and the transition.
Yeah.
Right. From the Bob TV, all the way back then to now, where we've got YouTube, Netflix. The biggest thing to note is that media is more accessible today, right? So there's no segregation anymore. There's no gatekeeping. Media has become such an easily accessible medium, if I can say so. So if we were talking about a radio show, the listeners today on a radio show versus back then, you would see a massive difference, right? Yeah. As much as that technology has been consistent and it's been implemented on the cars, because if you buy a car, definitely it's coming with a radio.
Definitely.
If it doesn't have a radio, what car are you buying? But that same car will have Apple Play now. Meaning that I can decide to divert from SABC and listen to Apple Podcasts and Spotify on my car. So that's why I'm saying media is so accessible, right? The moment I sit in front of the TV, I've got so many choices. I can go to YouTube, which then opens a whole other series of doors. I can go to Netflix, Disney Plus. I can go to,
Prime.
Apple TV, Prime, you name them. There's so many of them. And it just tells you about the diversity of the media platforms that are there today. And that speaks to the ease of access. So once you've got a lot of media platforms that are in industry, now you've got a big competition for content now, right? Because Netflix also wants to come number one, right? Disney Plus also now wants to come number one as well. Apple TV also, they're all in a race, right? And the same is happening in South Africa with your DSTV, your SABC, the local
multi-choice and all of those broadcasting companies.
So there's a big competition there that's happening, but I feel like those guys are not running as fast as international media platforms, right? And they're getting swallowed up literally. On the lower levels, on the local content, you've got YouTube, big competitor, right? You've got YouTube Music now. I can listen to a podcast in my car. I don't have to watch. If I can just play data. And that's the other thing. Data is so accessible, right? So it gives us an opportunity to diversify how we, access this information. So from a media outlets perspective, from big business perspective, the industry is moving very fast. And I feel like in South Africa, there's a very limited element of R&D, like research and development. Right? I feel like we were so comfortable with the dishes, with the multi-choice dishes, and that became a widely accepted type of, medium for us to consume content. And it has been so for a long time.
For years.
So that R&D element fell behind for them because they're only now coming up with apps now, right?
Yes.
And if you look at the manner in which they used to, restrict access to these platforms, you don't pay today, it's gone.
Yes.
If you don't renew your access today,
at the end of the month, if you don't pay, TV
game over. Go to Netflix. Netflix will say, "Hey, you missed a payment.
Yes.
Do you want to try again?" You can even ignore that message.
Yes.
Right.
For like a day or two.
They give you an open window.
Literally I've done that for a week.
I've done it for a week as well. Yeah, definitely. I've done it for a week as well. Yeah.
Right. So we've got options as clients. So that sort of media space is moving, and what's happening with them is because they don't have the traffic to justify their budgets, right? Because they don't have the eyes. They don't have people coming to their platforms to watch their content.
Yes.
What happens to the value of their ad space? It drops because there's not as many eyes watching, right? So
advertisers don't want to come where there's no traffic.
Exactly. So you want me to advertise on a billboard where there's no traffic? There's hardly any cars that pass there, and you still want me to pay the same amount that I was paying. So that impacts their business on such a large scale, right? Because their budget is negatively impacted, and so there's a lot of stuff that's happening. But for us as content creators, it opens a fresh new space to explore, right? It means that a guy like McG can jump on there because he's got the eyes that they want, right? So we've got leverage today. If we can only harness the power of our creative energy, we can be just like them. We are just like them.
Definitely.
I mean, if you've got a show that's got over 1 million, subscribers,
man.
What?
It's crazy.
Now,
Yeah.
right?
It's crazy.
Because now, if you've got a YouTube channel, here's the other thing. If you've got a YouTube channel, that channel is a TV station.
Yes.
Right? Because in that channel, you can run different programs.
Yes.
At 9 a.m., 10 a.m.,
Yes.
you can run different
programs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are they doing? Aren't they doing the same thing?
They're doing the same thing.
Where you tune in and then you're looking at different programs.
Schedules and things like that.
Generations and So, and this is just one YouTube channel. And if you look at the McG stuff, I'm sorry to keep referencing him, but he's got the traffic. So you look at him, he's running the same content. Different pieces of content on the same channel.
Yeah.
Everyone converges there. Different numbers of people are going to that one platform to actually consume different types of platforms. Different types of content. So, and he's not doing production probably at a multi-choice level, right? With producers and copywriters and big
all
team.
these big resources.
He's lean. He's got a very restricted number of number of people that he works with that are able to give him what he wants. If he can replicate that model, he's got access to what they have in his small corner. The impact of that is massive.
Very
It's
interesting,
crazy,
man. Because I know that we don't have time.
Much time,
It comes back because something that you've just mentioned right now is we are seeing that multi-choice right now can't keep up with its momentum. And I've heard that the French company is now coming taking over Canal Plus. And it's obviously it's something that we need to have like a takeaway from, to say, okay, if I'm going to have a platform like my channel, which is a YouTube channel, I need to have momentum to keep it running. We are seeing that even MultiChoice didn't see that the level of content people are going to now opt for different platforms to consume content. So for you, what is the plan for keeping the momentum to a point that even when competition comes in many ways and ways that you didn't even think of, what is it that you're going to do? Are you prepared? Do you have that plan that says it is a plan for me that even if in 2070 competition comes up, I still have this plan of keeping up my momentum on my channel?
I think let's start with what are the risks of you just tying yourself to that one platform, which is YouTube, right? So because that platform, we can look at it as a platform that's accessible, that's helping a lot of South Africans, but it's highly political, because it's a US owned platform, right? True. And they might if they decide to, and how unpredictable the US is. If they just decide,
one button, your content is gone.
Then your whole channel that's been taking care of you for months is gone. What does that say? It means that we need to start developing our own platforms that will seem to serve our interests locally. These are platforms that we can control, platforms that speak our story. Right? Because right now, YouTube can't do translation on vernacular topics, languages. Right? Why can't we have that sort of approach where Abokoko and Abomkulu will be able to
Can
tune
tune
in and also be able to read. But
yes.
that's not a priority for YouTube because they have the numbers, they have the traffic, right? But if they decide to say we're ending it with South Africa would have to find another platform
that will cater for their
that is a
content consumption needs.
No one sees that, but that's a massive opportunity right now for someone to say, let me start experimenting in that space. Because you never know. These guys have got a monopoly on the media space right now. If they decide to make a decision that doesn't work for the country, this becomes the second run
problem.
Right? So right now you've seen with the Ubers and the Bolts and all these, because there's an influx of people that are coming in. You've got locally developed apps that are working for the people that are here. Why can't we do that? And that for me would be a good risk mitigation to address what you're raising, to say what are your plans should something not work out. Then everyone has got a space to run to. All of a sudden I've got a very good chunk of media space to
In closure, a couple of months ago, on Thursdays we cover all things tech, and we're talking with Mr. B, and this conversation ties into that a bit, where we were, just playing around the idea of why don't these big corporations and broadcasting companies like MultiChoice, SABC, all of those kinds of things approach smaller media companies and media houses, for instance, like the Vooka Breakfast Show, right? We know that there are about, 2 or 3 breakfast shows that we watch. That's just visuals, TV, right? And then, of course, when it comes to conventional radio, there's a lot. You're spoiled for choice, like you mentioned. When you get into your car, even before considering listening to music or podcasts or what, just with normal conventional FM radio, you're completely spoiled for choice. So there's a lot of breakfast shows with that regard. But we're playing around the idea, Khore, a platform like the Vooka Breakfast Show could serve a dual purpose, right? In the sense that you could switch on your YouTube in your car. You don't have to watch, but you can listen to the Vooka Breakfast Show, right? But if you're at home and you're somebody who's working from home, or you're home for whatever reason, you can also watch, and you're spoiled for choice in the sense that it's a new type of platform that is not the conventional shows that we've been watching on SABC 1. I mean, I grew up watching Umalume Noskati. This is in the early 2000s. True. And today still, my kids or my brother's kids are still watching Umalume Noskati. Like, what are we doing? There's that guy who plays on ETV. We've been watching that guy for years. At like 5 to 10 to 6 in the morning. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Why can't we have, and I think it also goes back to what you said, that they have fallen behind, and now they're only trying to play catch up now, and it's quite late in the game, Sure.
I feel like the Vooka Breakfast Show has such a potential to grow, even far beyond the people you want to join.
Sure.
Why? Because the Vooka Breakfast Show is led by initiators, people that are very passionate about what they're doing.
Absolutely.
They are lean and flexible, so the research element is able to move a little bit quicker.
Absolutely.
So you can be, you can have, that. What do I not say? You can have the numbers that you want. It just requires you to have an R&D, research and development. How are other people doing it? How is that guy doing it? What sort of stories are going to move us? The moment you begin to ask those questions, you will see an immediate spike in the numbers that you have. And it's all about numbers. The moment you've got the numbers, then they'll come. They're not going to come now when you're small, because they feel like them coming to you, they're still going to have to invest a lot. So they don't see you the way you see yourself.
See the value in it in the long run.
It's an advantage. Because it gives you space to even jump. I mean, if you could, there are channels that have been monetized over a 2-3 day period.
It's crazy.
Wow. 2-3 days, channel monetized, right? And the moment you monetize the channel, it gives you access to budget. When you've got budget, you reinvest the budget into R&D. R&D gives you new ideas. It sort of proves and checks what
works, what doesn't work,
and you start that experimentative space, and you see your numbers growing literally. That's what we did.
It's crazy,
right? And once you've got the numbers, you will get approached. that's not a space for you to say yes. No, it means that you've got the influence in the space. So continue with R&D, continue growing. You will get to that point where you are just, today is easy, man. Yeah. Just jump on YouTube
and go live. And go live. Yeah. In closure, I want to talk about the implication of AI, VR, and interactive media, things of that nature. It's changing the way we are approaching industry in general, whether it's the media space, whether it's in business, whether it's in politics, whether it's in education. Yeah. AI is seeming to be taking over quite a lot of, some of the roles that we are seeing people doing. So how does it implicate to us as content creators, especially not just content, but online content creators, where everyone is spending most of their time? We've gotten to a point where in our lives, people would much opt, doom scroll on TikTok rather than watch programs on TV, where when we grew up in years that have passed, we knew from 6:30 all the way to about 9:30. Kiddy story, kiddy soap, kiddy drama. So how does AI and all of those kinds of advances in technology implicate and have a role in the space that we are involved in?
Yeah, I feel like AI comes to level the bar. It just comes and says, reset, everyone, we're starting here now. We're back here. This is where we're starting. And if you're not coming back to join us when we start here, you've fallen behind. That's what AI does. Because with AI, you might have been a leader in terms of data interpretation, right? Data analytics and presentation. You might have been a leader, but I can take the same data analytics, feed them into the AI. I've got the same interpretation that you would give me, which is something that I have had to pay maybe thousands of rands in the past. So AI levels the playing field. That's why I say there's no difference between a Vooka breakfast show and multi-choice, right? And a show on multi-choice, because through AI, the R&D element is so hyped up, right? If you feed the right data in there, your projections for growth could just be, unpredictable. So AI gives everyone the opportunity to try again, right? And try better, right? And I think with this prompt engineering thing, if people really dive into it, you'll find that your life becomes very simple. You become very simple, but we must be careful in terms of really just going through the results we get and just ratifying and validating them before we act on them. But I feel like AI is here for us for now. I know a lot of people have got funny ideas.
Skeptical,
But at the moment, I like what AI is doing because it's most of the big corporates in South Africa are elderly led. There's a very gray hair sitting up there telling people what to do, and these guys they're not flexible. So you've got a young guy in his 30s using AI, getting the same insights as that guy. How much is that guy spending to get the insights that I get? Right now I've seen AI platforms that can connect to your YouTube channel and give me your numbers and give me your data analytics, and I can decode them and understand what's going on at the back end. What time are you posting? Who are the people that are following you? What strategies are you implementing? So it gives everyone an opportunity to say, you thought you were dumb? No, not the case anymore, because that is not a factor. You've got something that can help you bridge the gap, So it levels the playing field. On the content creator side, I feel that as a content creator, don't lean too much into it. Allow it to help you structure your delivery, get your bullet points, and come use your personality to do the delivery. I'm not going to read word for word. I'm just going to say, I've prepared this and this and this and this. Please just give me bullet points so that I could better title and structure my headings. When I come back to the camera, I'm talking on bullet points. As opposed to me reading AI, then it makes me feel, a little bit unnatural. But if I wanted to research backend in terms of how to best push my channel, we open another door.
Do you think it takes away from the creativity of creatives, artists, and maybe as well stretch it a bit, the functionality of the mind of students? There's a video I saw, it's funny, but it speaks volumes for me. This teacher is in the class and he bangs the table. He's angry, this guy. And he's like, stop giving me scripts and assignments that are AI fueled. Stop giving me ChatGPT. Stop. This is the sure way to fail my class. So do you think maybe it's taking away a bit of how we just make use of our minds and our brains?
Yeah, I think it does. Because I look at myself when I sit in front of the camera and I'm speaking to the camera and I've got a script. How I got to the bullet points was because I could see I wouldn't naturally say this. This is not how I would naturally put it, right? My mind is not structured in that fashion. So by default, my personality is removed from the content. So the creator is no longer the creator. I'm just a presenter of the what's being created. So I feel like if you allow AI to lead you, you lose authenticity because you lose yourself. Because it's AI speaking. If you're merely just reading and you're presenting it, we don't see, the personality, your the smiles,
self,
the mistakes, the nuances where you cough and you say, but okay, guys, I'm not there. That goes away because you are very scripted, you're very formal. So it takes away. When AI leads you, you become less. Let's be honest. If you allow AI to lead you, you become less of who you were. Because now you are saying, scrap everything that I am, scrap everything that I've done.
Give me.
I'm going to go completely on
what you've given me.
So it helps when it adds to your personality, it adds to your structure, it adds to your direction, but it should not have a say on your delivery.
I think it also goes on how you prompt it. You prompt it to turn you into a robot or your teacher, basically, to say, no, I understand what you're trying to do, but
this is how I want to do the
understand.
thing.
I understand your style, but let me help you. Let me walk this journey with you. Not to say, turn me into this, and that's where you're going to end up. But before we let you go, man, let us just play a quick game with you. I am going to just give you two choices, and you choose one. Right? Yeah, this is just to break the ice, and it's not intense questions, man. But first one is Netflix or Showmax?
Netflix.
Okay. Second one, Apple or Android?
Apple.
You're an Apple user. Apple, the ecosystem of Apple is not so great, man. But anyway, each to their own.
And then the third one, vertical videos or wide videos?
Wide.
Okay. Nice. And movie at home or at cinema?
At home.
Ooh,
okay. You're not a cinema person?
No.
Or not anymore?
It's overwhelming.
No. You never have been?
Yeah, it's overwhelming for me.
Oh, I see.
I
see.
Podcast or radio?
Podcast.
Obvious. Instagram Reels or TikTok?
TikTok.
Ooh. Lastly, breaking news or deep dive features?
Deep dive features.
Nice. Nice, man. Nice one, man. Mr. Morano said, we really appreciate you taking the time, my brother.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Very informative. Very informative, very knowledge giving, man. And I think maybe sometime in the future, maybe early next year again, once both platforms have turned a year, you can come back and we can touch base again and see how the space is moving, see how we can try and improve and educate others who are trying to come into the space. But guys, it's not as simple as you think, for instance, we tend to be thought of as a podcast. And I always try to disclaim, guys, this is not me saying anything about podcasts, but we are online audio visual radio, where radio meets TV, man. This is only an exclusive, nowhere else, but this takes nothing away from podcasters because essentially we are all on the online space, so I love that. And I love the impact driven outlook and position that you guys have. It's amazing. It's amazing because, like I said, the industry and the space is just so saturated, and there aren't too many platforms that you can go to where you can find, real information and knowledge. Walk away from the platform saying, you know what, I learned something. I learned a word today, you know. Palaver. You get what I'm trying to say? Very, very cool stuff. So with that being said, thank you. But someone is finding all of the things that we're talking about interesting and intriguing, wants to get in touch, wants to make use of your services, wants to collaborate perhaps. How do we find you? Social media, email, WhatsApp, all of the works?
Yeah, so you can find us on firstly Google.
Okay.
Mano Media. It should take you to the CVD. There's another Mano Media in India. I don't know how we got to India. But go to the one that's in Joburg. We're also on Facebook, same handle, Mano Media, Instagram, everywhere. But if you want to contact me directly, Muraro, Mayanganya, Mula. But you see the spelling.
Sure.
That's where I am. I'm open to engaging. If you want to consult from a media perspective, I don't mind. You can reach out to me on Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn as well.
Love that, man. Very, very great and intriguing stuff, man. This is what we do on right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Mr. Mulalo, we appreciate it. We can't wait to engage with you again sometime in the future, so that we can see how we can elevate the space of online content creators, man. So with that being said, if this conversation maybe perhaps did not pertain to you, I'm sure there is a neighbor, there is a colleague, there is someone who lives, on the same street as you do. There is someone who goes to the same church as you, wants to get into the space of content creation. And this is the platform where you can find it. And this is the engagement that you can learn quite a lot as to what implicates being an online content creator. But with that being said, we've been talking for a good while, man. The time right about now, 33 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock. An hour, actually. We've been talking for an hour, man. But this is what happens. And this is the beauty of live streaming. And this is the luxuries that we have and the affordabilities. Where if it was another platform, actually, they would have gone offline. And we wouldn't have gotten all of this knowledge. But with that being said, let you and I, Mr. Mo, and the rest of the team, same time, same place tomorrow, bright and early, 7 a.m., to 10 a.m. Monday to Friday, where we take such good care of you. Join us once again as we try to give you all-encompassing, compelling, and of course thought-provoking conversations that are aimed at giving so much information and knowledge. Bold discussions with industry professionals, and all of this is just aimed at being impact-driven, like you heard from the one and only Mulalo Mayenganya. So let's keep on engaging, because the conversation does not end here, right, Mr. Mo? It continues on our YouTube comment section and of course across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Continue also engaging with us, contacting us on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. So comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the rest of the Vooka team and the Vooka Nation can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Mr. Mo, final words?
Yeah, man, it was very nice, man. This beautiful Tuesday edition, and we have chosen impact, man. And what Mulalo is doing is turning creativity into a thriving business. I know a lot of creators out there, who would like, to hear this kind of information and infuse it with what they are doing right now. So it was very much helpful. But with that being said, man, it was a very impactful Tuesday, and thank you so much to all of the people who have joined us on this beautiful Tuesday. As you mentioned, that tomorrow, same time, same place, right here. And this was me, Mweketi Maimane, aka Max for Maximum Temperature. I'm the son of Mother Nature, and let's
say we were on the Vernac conventional radio station.
Go se hole jwalo momamedi wena ontse o dutse le rona re rata ho itebohela and ba re itebohela ho menahane.
Yes sir.
And ke re harisi fela mo etla e tswela pele mafaratlhatlheng a rona re Vooka Breakfast Show o tobetse mono o subscribe ebile o like o tla o comment o re founele o re jwetse hore ho jwang mono mara empa ho ne ho le monate.
Absolutely.
Ho le monate
le wena momamedi ho sia le moya sa hao gore
ikutlwa ke le hore ke wa tseba ke
amen
wa tseba ntate Mulalo o re file ba ibitsang ntwe nana mara empa ke information le hore e balolehile haholo ke information le hore batho ba bangata ba ka e sebedisa le nna ke tlo e sebedisa ebile Vooka ke tseba re phahame mo eleng
definitely I love it man. We need to give Bozenzi Botembi Miss Q that one day man of doing that caricature type of presenting. But with that being said, I've been happy, I've been excited to have been in your presence and in your company. You know that I'm always taking such good care of you. Hanging out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist. With that being said, stay safe, stay warm, because right? And stay cautious on those roads so that, God willing, we can keep on having a great energy exchange. Until tomorrow morning, do enjoy.